Jesse, back on our Soulsborne Sunday. We might be finishing off Bloodborne today. I'm not entirely sure. I guess it really does depend how... It depends how long we spend on the Orphan of Kos, because there's a good chance we'll get our ass beat repeatedly by that boss fight. Honestly, I think it's harder than the final boss of the base game by a huge margin. Just gonna send off a quick Discord message, and we're good to go. I'm trying to remember where we last left off. I believe the last thing we did was back in the old Hunter's DLC, the Hunter's Nightmare. Yeah, that's right. We're at the underground corpse pile because we had just finished off Ludwig the Accursed, which is that was some boss fight. It's a very tough one, and it's a great way to throw you right into the just pure insanity that is the old Hunter's DLC. It's very, very good stuff. It also incredibly difficult. Difficult in the best way, too. Ah, yes. There's what's left of Ludwig, champion of the Healing Church, and our good pal Simon.
A tragic figure,
hey, Simon.
But he will shame himself no longer. He died with his ideals untarnished. He was a true hero, and earned that much at least.
True hero is in big quotations.
Are drawn to this nightmare.
Cause God, look around. It's so
From their very misdeed.
it's so joyous to be here.
Things that some would rather keep secret. A pitiful tale of petty arrogance, really.
Laying it on pretty heavy there, Simon.
The whole charade. Now, go on ahead. You seek nightmares and the secrets within, do you not?
Do you not? Yes, I suppose I did say that. So here we go. Man, when they say underground corpse pile, they're not joking. That's a lot of people. People who we can only assume were once Yardamites, and they kind of got dug in by the Healing Church. Oh yeah, we got some other friends here who aren't doing so great. Smack. Smack.
Only the true blades of the church.
Gosh. I've heard that little spiel of his so many times I've got it memorized. But yes, that's Locke. We have no business there. Oh yeah, while we're here, I gotta remember, Fashion Souls is the most important thing. More important than any other aspect of the game. And as much as the big ol' lightning rod cage on the top of my head is fashion, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go back to our sweet Canehurst garb. There we go. Ooh, looks like there's some other hunters here as well. That's locked. Lots of good treasures down here in this little prison asylum area. Woo! And this part, quite the doozy. You've got, this big old church guy, and then there's a guy behind him with a big old honking gun. And neither of them are all too happy to see us. Oh! And they do huge chunks of damage if you get hit. Once you get rid of the big church guy, though, wheelchair man in the back comes a little bit on the easy side. As long as you just give it to him. And then, yes, down here at the very, very bottom, the lowest of the low cells, there's this fine fella. You can see him barely through the bars there, sitting in there wearing the hide of a cleric beast and ringing that bell ever so eerily.
Are you a hunter? Well, that's very odd.
Is it?
Do you hear the toll of the bell?
Yeah, I hear nothing at the moment. If you say you hear the bell, he calls you out for being a liar. So yeah, I hear nothing.
The beast you seek will not be
But don't worry, we'll find that bell real soon.
back to your heart
We'll be hearing it right as rain very quickly.
behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone. Only a forward brazenly roam.
Luckily, we're the biggest fool. I have a total of 2 brain cells, so of course we're gonna jump right in.
Some places are better left.
Yes. Admittedly, some of the NPCs here, they lay down that dialogue kind of heavy-handed. Ah, yes, the Hunter's Nightmare. It has secrets. Secrets done by the church, which, if you've gotten to this point in the game, you would realize that, hey, perhaps the healing church isn't so good. But, like, man, they lay it on heavy around here. Ah, yes, this is great. Fist of Gratia. Wondrous Blood Adult Hunter. If you look at her, she's huge. That's a big lady right there. She's massive, and she gives you a... It's just a big ol' hunk of concrete, and you just swing it to punch people with. It's great. Unfortunately, it's for strength characters, so we can't make much use of it, but I have seen some people do some amazing stuff in regards to, like stunning some of the hardest... You can't actually parry people with it, but you can kind of stun lock some bosses just by giving them a good wallop. It's pretty good. Woo! If you're a strength character, of course, which we're not. Unfortunately, as a skill blood-tinged character, we get access to some very good weapons, but we're kind of limited in regards to what weapons to use. My personal advice, if you're playing through Bloodborne for the very first time, I'd probably recommend a strength. I mean, quality would be good. If you want to balance strength and skill, is very high-key good. Because then you have the most versatility when it comes to selecting weapons. Ah, yes. This is a fun tidbit. You can hear her preaching over there, which is the exact same thing that you hear before you fight, good ol'... Woo! Oh, here she comes. And she's got a friend this time. And she shoots spells. But yeah, one of the earlier boss fights in the game, right before you bring it on to nighttime, before she transforms, you can actually find her here. I'm kind of blanking on her name right now. Shit, what is her name? I know this. I've fought in that boss like 8 or so times now, maybe even more. Woo! But yeah, she chants this whole time, which is the same chanting you can hear when you first enter the church at the top of the cathedral ward. Which is, ooh, cool little tidbit. The secret here, though, is to try and split them up, because otherwise she's just gonna keep blasting you with spells back there. Oh, it's Vicar Amelia, that's her name, yes. Amelia. That is her pre-transformed state. She ended up in the Hunter's Nightmare, which, ooh, tragic. She ended up transforming and gets stuck here in the nightmare. It's not ideal. Not an ideal way to live, I imagine. Whew. This is good, though. There are a couple of ways to handle this encounter here, but in my opinion, the best one, if you aren't... One way is to just run right past them and then hop on the elevator. But another very good way is to dance around this coffin right here, so that when Amelia's just blast all of her spells. Oh shit! That didn't work like I planned. Come on, they're so weak. How are you not dead? There we go. That was way too many bullets to finish off what should have been one hit. There we go. Oh, you can hear her eerily muttering over there. It's so creepy. It's so delightfully creepy. But now we can just lock her in the corner over here. Ooh. Oh, okay. That was a bad timing. Bad timing. She's probably gonna shoot another one. Like I've said this many times before, it's very cool that they have these battles that are like, oh, it's an enemy hunter, and it's kind of like you're fighting another player. However, they have infinite ammo. That ability she's using, the Black Sky Eye, which is basically like the Bloodborne version of Soul Arrow, it takes, I think, 2 bullets per cast, which is, you know, that adds up. You can only use that so many times. These NPCs, though, they get to break all the rules. It's fitting, though, she drops 10 bullets. Though she certainly shouldn't have 10 bullets left after casting that many spells. But yes, then you make it here. We got a sweet, big ol' creepy Pope. Got these guys with the bells. You got this guy with his clearly empty head, big ol' convenient hole. And oh, what's this? There's a spooky beast underneath. But at this point, you can't progress unless you've gone back, which we have. and grabbed the, what is it? It's what Lawrence has. It's not that. He wants you to put an eyeball on the inside or some shit like that. Yeah, the eye pendant. If you grant eyes to the surgery altar's skull, which is what we're gonna do, we're going to quite literally put eyes on the inside. Because the pendant has a big ol' creepy eyeball on it. It's great, though. This altar right here, with no words at all, actually says a lot. The entire point of the healing church, putting those eyes on the inside so that they can transcend to the next form of humanity. And by shoving it in there, you actually raise the elevator up to the top. It's some good symbolism. Meanwhile, there's also that little beast coming out of the bottom of the altar, which is another way to symbolize the ever-present worry of the true nature of humanity, in which to become a beast. It's great. It's great. I don't know if it's the most subtle thing ever. I think some people criticize Bloodborne from time to time for being a little bit more heavy-handed compared to Dark Souls, which is very vague and nebulous in pretty much everything it does. Which is fair. Is very, very fair. Bloodborne being a solo work over here, I think that's one of the things I like about it extensively, is that it is all one succinct project. Ah, yes. And this right here, you notice the elevator goes up more, and if you recognize this from before, this is the chapel where you fight, this is where you fight Vicar Amelia. And also, when you come back here in the Hunter's Dream, Lawrence's big ol' flaming body is draped over this thing. Evidently he's gone, which is a little spooky. So you get Lawrence's skull, and you realize, oh shit, he's probably up in atoms somewhere. Which is the worst. Ah yes, the skull of Lawrence, first Vicar of the Healing Church. In reality, he became the first cleric beast, and his human skull only exists within the nightmare. The skull is a symbol of Lawrence's past, and what he failed to protect. He is destined to seek his skull, but even if he found it, he could never restore his memories. Completely lost to the beasthood. So you think that's the only secret here, but there's actually more. If you descend back down with this altar, you go sneaky sneaky your way down here, where there's a hidden prize waiting for you. And you open it up, and what do we get? It's the church cannon. So again, we don't have the strength to use it because we're not a strength build. But it's an oversized cannon. It's good stuff. Very good. Originally designed for use by brawny men with deteriorated brains, not for just any ordinary hunter. But the men lacked the wits to effectively operate firearms, and the weapon was quietly ushered into permanent storage. Just hilarious at just capturing the ineptitude of just how the Healing Church, they got some problems going on. Oh, hi, Mr. Henry. Welcome back. Good to metaphorically see you again. I know, no Smash Bros. Boo. Right? Oh, God, you have no idea. I actually meant to start streaming even earlier today because I surprisingly have a day off of work and I have free time. But, like, I legit couldn't pry myself away from Smash Bros. I had so many other things to do today, and I legitimately couldn't put my Switch down. God, it's been incredible. It is honestly, it's been a real good week for the gays out here. Smash Bros just came out. Sonic Fox coming in, being the best esports player. His speech about being gay and black and furry, it's hella good. So good. I missed the VGAs because I was at work, but I was able to catch up on it all later. That's some good stuff. We got some good content out there in the world. Oh yeah, this guy's searching for his eyeballs because he seems to have misplaced them. Which is fair. If they weren't attached to my head, I'd probably lose them too. Oh, blue elixir, and take me back. Yeah. One of the most interesting things about this whole area coming up here is that they drop a whole bunch of these blue elixirs which turn you transparent. Almost as if this next area, if you, through very skilled use of your blue elixirs, you can basically play this next area up here as if it were a stealth mission. Ah yes. That door is locked. There's another one on the far side, which is also locked, but we will make our way there. But yeah, oh, things are getting real creepy out here. You got more of these Cthulhu monsters with all the barnacles all over. And they emit this eerie green light. And then we're gonna get pretty used to these guys, because they're the primary enemy around here. These sick patients with their heads turned into big piles of jelly. Woo! And they got big screams and plenty of blood. But yeah, this is why they give you all of those blue elixirs, because they like aimlessly meander through the halls with their, you know, makes sense, they ain't got no eyeballs. But they just wander around, and it is very easy to get overwhelmed by them if you don't take those blue elixirs. Which is fascinating. Again, through absolutely no words. They don't need like a narrator to be like, "Careful, Snake, this is a stealth mission." Like, you just kind of figure it out of necessity, and through the items that they drop in this area. It's quite genius. Patient room floor 2 is one of those areas where there are just constant enemies. So I'm gonna sneaky my way around at least a little bit. Hey, Facepalm 515, welcome back. Bro, it's been a long time. It has. How you doing today? How's everybody doing today? I've had a wonderful day of playing Smash Bros. And basically nothing else. Ooh. There we go. Nice. Oh, yep. This is one such area. Plenty of ambushes waiting around every corner. Luckily, we can cleave through them pretty easy. And just the loot in the corner is a few more blood vials. And this area here, a little sneaky. If you didn't read the signboard, you might walk right past it. But you gotta break all this shit. Then you can get in here. And it's not great. There's someone comfortable screaming nearby. And yeah. Some of these patients are a little worse for wear. They're not super happy to be here, which is valid. I wouldn't be happy to be here either. But yes, Smash has been such a fun game. Oh my god, Smash Ultimate is it's so polished. Adventure mode has been super fun. I have been loving it so far. These people, however, have not been loving their lives here. And I'm gonna... Sorry about that, y'all. Gonna do you a quick favor and just put you out of your misery, if that's alright. Sorry about that. Ah, yes. Our first mention of Lady Maria comes from this guy right here.
Please, help me. Don't let me drown.
Yes. They've got all these squishy sounds, and they speak of drowning, which the water is going to be a recurring theme here as well. Indeed. Nothing but metamorphoses. Oh, and sure enough, if you're a little reckless around here, they can sneak up behind you because they do so endlessly wander around this place. Oh, sneaky my way up. Oh, who's your main though? Ooh. You know, that is a real good question because in Smash, like basically ever since Melee, I've been a Marth main. In Smash 4, I did play a lot of Robin as well. Woo. However, this time round, I have been playing a lot of Marth, but oh god. Oh, I'm trying not to die right now. Woo. Hang on, let me pop in here and heal. But yeah, this time around, I don't know if I can stick with being a Marth main, because I've been looking forward to the release of Simon Belmont ever since forever. And so now that Simon and Richter are here, I'm trying to put all my energy into them to be my new main. However, when it comes to the adventure mode, I've been playing Donkey Kong for most of the levels. I've been switching off between Marth and Donkey Kong, and it's been great. I think Donkey Kong is incredibly good, and if you want to be super cheesy, they made it so that, you know, when Donkey Kong, he's got the only grab in the game where he can carry you around? Well, they gave him... I don't think it was always this way, but if you walk off the edge of the map while carrying someone, they die first. Donkey Kong dies second, so... I've been able to do some very cheesy stuff by just playing Donkey Kong, grabbing an enemy, and just running right off the edge. It's terrible. It's very messed up. If you do this in a competitive game, people are going to be very angry with you. But it's a strat. Oh, look at them. They're all freaking the fuck out over here, these guys. See, this is why that blue elixir becomes so important, because look at all these enemies. If you try and fight them all at once, you're toast. Whew. Of course, even without eyeballs, they can still hear you if you get too close. They can still figure you out. But from far away, you're good. And it's also incredibly helpful because otherwise, you have to deal with that swarm of enemies, and then these guys also jump all over you. Yep, like that, right there. These other guys also throw shit from up here. They throw, like, vials of medicine. However, that medicine is not incredibly helpful to us. Their medicine hurts. That's a medical malpractice there. Don't do that, kids. Only take what's prescribed by your doctor. Alright, we're good. Oh, I've been doing that with King Koopa. Oh, yeah. Because Bowser's got the side B move where you can just jump right off the edge with somebody. But I recall in Smash 4, they made it so that if you do that, you dive first instead of the enemy. Just to counter that. Because I know that was... God, people used to do that in Brawl all the time. I distinctly remember that. But yeah, that is a very good move there. Ooh. I'm still missing quite a few of the characters though, so I haven't fully decided on who my new main is. I like just unlocked Isabelle this morning and she is top tier. She's, well, okay, I don't know about top tier competitively, but she's great. She's like Villager, but better in my opinion. I think her side B special moves are very, very good as well. Woo. Oh, hang on, y'all. Careful. Whoop. And got another poke there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch out, y'all. Get out of here. Stop this. Go get help. Thank you. I guess I am here to give them help, though. Not really what they're looking for. Help you to a quick death. There we go. Are there any more of you? I know there's going to be more. There's also like a giant one up ahead. Yes, Despicable Madman. Ooh. Therefore, remember poison, though. That's a good note. I'll rate that a fine note. Wherever they are out there, I'll give them a good one. Because there's this guy. He's got this huge room all alone to himself, and he's very angry. Even when you're not around, he just attacks the thin air because he's a little grumpy boy. Oh god, he's also uncomfortably fast. Luckily, he can be poisoned, as we saw with that note. But he really lays the smack down. Once he starts attacking, he's got huge combos. Woo! Yeah, all the heavies are very fun to use. Especially Ganon, now he actually uses his sword now, which is great. Which we saw in his old taunt, but he never actually used it. Having Ganon actually bust out the swords is awesome. Woo! Well, I'm running out of health. I'm running out of blood vials against this guy. I gotta watch my health potion intake. Hey, there's my window. Now back off. Oh, I think poison ran out. Whoa, that was too close. That was way too close. Oh, I jumped right into that one. Okay. But yeah, I really appreciate... I mean, I appreciate everything about Smash Ultimate. It's been great. But they made the heavies really, like, fun and good to use. And like you can feel the weight difference. It's been great. That's why I've been using Donkey Kong all the time because he's just big and heavy and hard to knock out. And oh right, I think this just goes back to the room we were at before. Yeah, that's right, where we killed the patients. To be fair, they asked for it. I'm not a bad person. Moral quandaries, but yes. Oh man, they made the heavies so fun to use. Donkey Kong's been great. I still haven't unlocked King K. Rool, but I really want to, and Ridley as well. A lot of newer heavy entries too, as well as Incineroar. Like, they're adding some big old beefcakes to the game, which I real appreciate. We got big bar of furries, we got big bar of scalies. We've got it all. Anything you could possibly want. Oh yeah, these guys. They walk up here, but then there's a crazy guy in a wheelchair and a Gatling gun, and he tries to put them down. Which shows that even the Healing Church themselves, they don't have this shit under control at all. And even they have to open fire on their own patients. It is a very sinister thing we're looking at over here. But yeah, there he is with that Gatling gun in his wheelchair, which means if we go over there, he's gonna try and shoot us. So I think I'll take my time. Patient room 4. Oh yeah, there's definitely ambushes in here waiting to happen. Woo! Yup, there it is. God dang it! Oh, we got grabbed. Woo! There's the poison. All right, where's my antidote? Oh, I just scrolled right past it. There it is. Take the antidote. Oh yeah, I've unlocked King K, but not Ridley. Okay, fair. Oh hey, Radical Ube, welcome! I came in during Big Borrow Furries. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Ube, how you doing? Yeah, you came in at exactly the right time. Talk about Smash Bros. They put all these... We got Incineroar to appeal to that Big Borrow Furry crowd. King K. Rool with the big old tummy, like... They know. Nintendo knows. They've got a fan base, and they are here to please. This is great. Appeal to all crowds. We got a little bit more. We got a dirty damp blood gem over here. I will definitely grab that loot. And then back this way. There was one more piece of loot that I wanted to grab, which I think you have to drop down towards, though I don't think we can get that just yet. We can grab that in just a bit. Next, though, we've got to deal with Mr. Man and his big old Gatling gun up here. There he goes. Oh. Yes, very spooky. There's a good way to knock him down, but you have to get behind him first, which can be pretty difficult at this point in time. Eventually, though, we can twist all of these... this clock tower has a huge web of stairs, like a Harry Potter... like at Hogwarts. But you can switch them all around, which is great. Eventually. Alright, Laboratory 5, I think, opens a shortcut later. Oh, or maybe it opens the shortcut right now. Great. Super. Oh, okay. I have yet to get Smash. Maybe on payday this week. Yes, I highly, highly recommend it. I know, I've been saving up all my paychecks just for Smash. And it's very worth. Oh yeah, that's right. Here in the laboratory, we got some more wheelchair friends, but they are not happy to see us. Funny dude with the bird mask. It's great because you might walk past here like the first time and you might not even notice. But yeah, this room is filled with enemies. All of these guys in the chairs, they get up and they've got... Whew, they all have guns. It's delightful. No? Okay, I thought there was another one. I guess just that one guy was yelling a lot, so I couldn't quite hear. Yeah. As you can see here, patients aren't doing so well. This guy's got like 3 knives and a pair of scissors in him, so... Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to take away their medical license. They ain't doing so well out here. But yes, I agree with Facewalb. It's totally worth it. I think this is the best Smash Brothers to date. Yes, nothing but wheelchairs here. Oh, I left off on Melee, I think. Yes, the GameCube one. So I have a lot of catching up to do. That's fair. A lot has changed since Melee came out. And while some of the professional Smash players out there, you know, they still prefer Melee as the #1 game. By no means a professional, but I think Smash Ultimate is my favorite so far. There's so much polish. It's great. Like... the biggest character roster we've ever seen. All the old favorites are back. Like, oh, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, now that we unlock this portion of this... Wait a sec. I think there was another shortcut I could have gotten. Yeah, Melee players only play Melee. It's true. The wobble. Indeed. The wobble and the wave dash. Those Melee players, they know what's up. They have... God, honestly, watching Melee players play the game is like, it's the craziest science you've ever seen. They're like constantly flying all over the place. It's ridiculous.
Lady Maria.
But it's true. Most Melee players aren't even interested in the new Smash, which is like fair. If you've got your game and that's your thing like already, then hey, listen, it's fine. Just enjoy Melee for the rest of forever.
Could you do something?
Me, a filthy casual though, I absolutely have been loving Ultimate.
Murky, mushy brain fluid.
Ah yes, our new friend here needs brain fluid. I'm just talking about real casual Smash Bros stuff, but then, yeah, let's not forget, we're in like the worst of the worst zone right here, and these poor people...
Mushy brain fluid.
Yes, she's clearly like way too strapped up, also wearing a straitjacket, also Ooh, she got some real long fingers. I bet she can do great stuff with that. However, shortcut is first and foremost while we're here. So this leads back to the beginning, which leads back to the lantern, which can take us back home. And I would love to Country Roads take me home right now, because I'm short on blood vials and very high on blood echoes. But yes, 11 greater than the 5 gods of melee. You know, I have pretty much most of my friends are all super into that competitive Smash scene. Like, they know all of the professional melee players and all that stuff. I don't know a whole lot of them besides their names, but I can totally ask them, and they know everything about everything when it comes to professional Smash players. I will ask.
Welcome home. What is
Yes, brain fluid. So tasty. I could, honestly, I could go for some brain fluid right now. Oh, I'm just a few echoes short of leveling up again. Like another 10,000. I might have some crushable blood echoes, though. We'll see. After I repair my weapons real quick. See if I can do any fortifications. Actually, I don't know if I want to upgrade the rifle spear any further, because we're about to get towards the later half of this DLC. We get a super good skill blood tinge weapon, which I might hold out for. It's great. It turns into a bow upon transformation, which is the only bow in the whole game, which a game entirely about guns. It's pretty sick. Shoot. I think 5,000 more blood echoes isn't enough to get the next level up, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell something real quick. Got a couple weapons back here I'm not using. As much as I love the amygdalin arm that moves on its own, delightfully creepy, I think I'll just go ahead and sell that. I don't want that wriggling around in my inventory. To be fair, you know, do you really want like the disembodied arm of a god like chilling out in your backpack, like wriggling around on its own? Like, I think I'll pass. I think I'm good, actually. Alright, take me back to the research hall. And now that we opened up that shortcut, we should be able to get closer to the top very quickly, which is ideal, which is what we're gonna try and do. The whole point of us being here at the clock tower is to try and get up to the very top so that we can rearrange the staircase, which will let us to the very end of the clock tower, which is the most important part. Because that's where our big old boss is, and most importantly, that's where our big wife is. Maria of the Astral Clocktower, she is like the coolest boss fight in the game, and I cannot wait to show her. Her boss fight is great, because she also kind of plays like another enemy hunter. But she's a boss, and there's like blood and flames shooting all over the place. It's the most anime battle in this whole game. It's amazing. Alright, yes. I'm gonna get rid of these guys so they don't sneak up on me later with their big old guns. No thank you. No creepy clown laugh either. Thank you very much. Oh, that's right. At the corner of this room, there's another area that I almost forgot about. There's a creepy crawly on the ground, so if you're afraid of people crawling, maybe look away. I know I've got someone I used to go to high school with is like terrified of like people crawling very quickly. That's like their worst thing. So when all the horror movies do it, because they all have to have creepy crawlies on the ground, she hates that. And Bloodborne here loves to play with every possible phobia in the book, so if that's your fear, you've come to the wrong place. Alright, there we go. One of them's defeated. Oh god, it's so uncomfortable. They jump around, they got big combos. They can grab you with that jump attack. The guys are vicious. They're very spooky. But they had the decorative old hunter garb, and we're all about that fashion round here. This is Fashion Souls. Indeed. It's very good. It's not as cool and flamboyant as the Knight's garb, but it's still good. It also has one of the highest physical defenses in the game as well. Yeah, it's aight. It's aight. I might go back to our other set, though, because I like how flowy the other one is. Something that this game really nails is that they've got, like, these really flowy cloth physics, and so, like, all of this clothes just continues to, like, flow in the breeze. It's so great. It's so satisfying to watch. And then it gets stuck on stuff. Almost every time you take an elevator, it freaks out. But for the moment, very satisfying. Yeah, I agree. Crawling quickly is super creepy. It is. Nobody should do that. But, God, all of the, like, supernatural horror movies, they always have somebody getting possessed and they, like, climb on the roof and shit. And they rush at the camera real quickly. Ugh, it's very unnerving. But here we are on the outside. The world's kind of fucked up out here. But it's alive, kind of. But we exist in a weird dream state. We also got this fine fellow over here. Talking about plips and plops. He ain't so bad. But yeah, there's that water theme again. Everybody here, they seem to like... They can hear the sounds of the ocean. Unfortunately, I think he has something that we want. So, I'm gonna give him a quick murder. Just to... Oh. Shoot, never mind. I guess he doesn't have it. Some of these guys have brain fluid, though, which our friend wants, which I want to try and get. Unfortunately, he didn't have it, so I just murdered somebody. My bad. Try better next time. Alright, I think up and around here is where we need to head to next. Oh, okay, big rat. Hello, big rat. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to head, actually. Woo! I appreciate a good surprise giant rat, but, I think... Yeah, this is one of the staircases that we need to move, because it currently doesn't lead to anything. But it will. This guy looks like he's floating up here, but it's because in his world, he, like, switched the stairs around. Plip, plop, plip, ah! Indeed. I didn't mean to murder him in the middle of his plipping and plopping. I feel bad about that. It's okay. You know what? Next time I find one of those guys, I'll let him live. You know, out of the kindness of my heart, I will choose not to murder. Just a, you know, just a little friendly thing from me and you. I won't murder you today. Alright, now I think out here is where I can sneak up on the... Yes, this guy right here. Sneaky, sneaky, and got another backstab. Hey, remember when I murdered a guy like 5 seconds ago? That's the exact same technique. Boop. And then just finish him off with one of those kill shots. Oh yeah, we got another one over here. Are you a friendly person? Oh, you are.
Lady Mary, save me, please. I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. If she doesn't hear the ocean, then she definitely doesn't have brain fluid. In which case, alright, I'll let you be. See, I keep to my promises. I'm not gonna murder every single time, only some of the time. Alright, so where I actually need to go is you need to put some clothes on, first and foremost. Ugh. Very disturbing, though. Because you've got all of these guys who have, like, broken free of their straitjackets, and they're all wandering around with patient gowns and stuff. That one's naked for whatever reason. And it's gross because you can see that these were once people, but they got weird. They got real weird real quick. Some of them ain't got... They got real long arms and long legs. Like, listen. Being a 6-foot skinny child, I'm very lanky. However, this is where you gotta draw the line. That's a bit too tall and lanky for my tastes. Woo! Listen, being tall and twinky is definitely a type, but, when you got your... when you've got, like, arms that go down to the ground and your ribcage showing, I think that's, like, that's where I gotta draw the line. But yes, I'm 6 foot, believe it or not. I remember a while ago there was a big old thing going around where people were like, "Oh, guess how tall I am." I should have done that. I would have loved to hear the answers. But yeah, I'm like 6 foot exactly, like right on the number, which is very strange. All right, take me up. Up we go. Also, it's not all it's cracked up to be though. Hitting yourself on hitting your head on stuff happens very frequently. And I'm only at like the cusp of being tall, right? I've had friends who are like 6'4", 6'3". I knew there was this guy at my high school who was like, I think he was like 6'8" or something like that, 6'7". He was huge. He was incredibly tall, and like, he constantly hit his head on doorways and stuff. Like, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. Oh, that's a trap. Woo! Yep. There's little pressure plates on the ground and they expect you to run into them. Ah, this is the guy with the Gatling gun. There he is. And a killer laugh. What a great laugh. But, down you go. See? See ya. Sorry, no disrespect to anybody in a wheelchair, but that particular guy had to go and never come back. Oh, that one ain't got no head. Some of these people don't even have heads. Woo. So yeah, I think botched surgery is just the tip of the iceberg here at the Healing Church. Things aren't going so great in the world of Bloodborne. People aren't looking too happy to be here. Though, how could you even tell? They don't have heads. Alright, let's see. I want to get the charge on this guy before he gets the drop on me. Great! Finish it up with a stab. Good. Yeah, I think this is where I want to be. Hang on, this is another pressure plate for sure. You can see it's raised out of the ground. I'll click it. It's great that they have a bunch of loud bottles positioned on top so that you step on them and you don't hear the pressure plate. You just hear the bottles breaking. It's sinister. It's very devious. Alright, patient room 5. Oh, shoot. This is where... Yeah. There's a... This one tries to fall on you. I don't think so. And they scream. And they give you frenzy. It's not great. Where's my sedatives? There we go. Sweet. Good old... That's the drugs Grandma gave us. We should be good. But yeah, these guys... Those giant heads that you see on the other patients, they just pop off sometimes, I guess. And they become enemies of their own. It's very gross. Luckily, they're not that strong. But also, sometimes they blend in with all the other things, and if you're not paying attention, they sneak up on you. One of the many instances where this game tries to use your greed against you is that you pop in through the door. The door even has a window on it, so you see, ooh, shiny treasure over here. We're all a bunch of dumb moths, and we're all just addicted to the shinies. So we run in here. You get ambushed. That thing drops on you when you go through the door. But the most important loot in this whole area, the enlarged head of a patient of the cathedral with a cavity that just happens to fit a human head, although one would be mad to try it on. But if you do, listen closely for the sticky sound, drip, drop, as water seeping up from the depths, slowly and steadily. There we are. Hey, ain't we cute? Oh, look at how cute that is. That's a real selfie moment right there. But yeah, you can put it on if you're feeling real gross, which I did. And if you hold still and listen for a while, you can actually hear that little drip, drop, plip, plop sound that all the NPCs talk about. So at the beginning, you might think they're crazy, but then you put it on and you're like, oh shit, it's real. It's real and it's very gross. But yes, fashion! This is it. This is peak fashion right here. Listen, Gucci, Prada, I don't give a shit. I'm talking giant enlarged Bloodborne head. That's the real high fashion. Oh, see, look, this guy's got a... This guy's in on the trends, too. See, he's got one. Oh, can I get that parry? Oh, I missed it. Oh, God. Oh, I don't want to fall off. I really don't want to fall off. Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as I can... Oh, I missed it again. Third time's the charm? Nope, never mind. Maybe fourth time will be the charm. Or I jumped away like an idiot. Whew. I got scared. You know what? I could just shoot him to death and just keep repeating that. There we go. Problem solved. Like I said, this is fashion. You can't just show up wearing the same thing as me. Like, one of us has to change. You have to get that giant head off, because I'm going to be the only one around here with the big inflatable Funko Pop head. Alright, now this area, very treacherous. You know what? Actually, I might take it off because it's huge and it takes up screen real estate. There we go. It can make it hard to see sometimes, but this area is very treacherous. Another instance where they try and use your greed against you. You come over here and you see the shiny loot, but if you run over here and you don't pay attention, this bird jumps on you. Woo! And they do that whole shebang. It's very bad. Running into that is not great. And that isn't even the only ambush waiting out here. There's these rats. Though I'm gonna real quickly run over here so I have slightly more surface area to work with. And the rats have slightly less surface area. See ya, bitch. Oh! I didn't even have to fight that one. Alright, great. Problem solved. Sometimes problems solve themselves and you just gotta stand there. It's terrific. Okay. Yeah, we're not totally at the area I need to be at just yet. There's a few more birds up here. Ooh. Y'all need to calm down with that stuff. Ouch. There we go. No more birds? Okay, no more birds. I'll grab the bloodstone chunk, and then there's this fellow. Smack.
And you too.
Smack. Yeah, that rat thought they were a bird. Clearly. But they got it wrong. Sorry, buddy. You don't get to... You picked the wrong class on your character creation screen. You should have picked bird. Instead, you picked giant, creepy, giant-eyed rat thing. That ain't my fault.
And you too will hear
But...
the
But...
sound of water.
Yeah, he's actually not wrong. If you have the enlarged head on, you can actually hear it. Which is very... Ugh, it's so delightfully creepy. Everything about this game is so... just right on the money of being gothic horror. It's delightful. The whole reason I'm here, though, is to crank this soldier boy. And then once you crank that, all on the floor, all of the Hogwarts staircases will all move around. And so now you've been through this area once, but now suddenly it like, completely changes. And it's almost as if you're in a new place entirely. You open up new areas to access, like over here. Ah yes, this one I'm going to have to murder. I'm gonna have to myrtleize this one a little bit. Because once the heads get severed like this is when they've, like, transcended or something.
Have you heard how curiously the sea churns?
They're cute.
Like
In the worst kind of way.
But like the rain, only gentle, like dripping water.
Indeed. There's that drip drip of the water.
From deep inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
Up through my inside. But gently. Like little droplets.
Right. Ugh. It's like just the right amount of gross.
Have you heard like
But yes. If you smack one of these, you notice that it seems to die, but its health bar doesn't go down. You search the corpse and you get that sweet brain fluid. And then in a few seconds it just pops right up. Forgets all about the whole stabbing you thing. Which is great. I wish after I stab people they would just forget about it and move on. Like, it's the past. Let it go. Alright. So you descend the ladder here. Now that we've got that brain fluid, we can give it... Oh, okay. Hang on. We've got a fan. Oh, Sir, I'm gonna ask you to put some clothes on. Thank you. Alright. Now that we've got that taken care of, I need to go down. And... Ah, yes, there's some free treasure over here with more birds. More of these bad birds. At least these birds know. They know they're birds. They're under no delusions where they think they're rats. But yes. Yo, regenerating monsters are the worst. It's true. Normally, I agree 100,000%. That's the worst. Oh, God. When you're playing the single-player mode in Smash Bros. 2, there are quite a few... there are quite a few, like, challenge modes where the enemies have regenerating health, and it is the worst. But, luckily here, those big inflatable heads, they aren't actually your enemies. They are monsters, most definitely, but, you give them a good stab, and they seem to forget about the whole thing. They're actually pretty chill with you doing that and taking their brain fluid. So luckily, even though they regenerate, they ain't so bad. Oh shit, this guy. Normally he's over by the staircase. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't like that. I need to take these guys one at a time. Oh God, he's going so aggressive. Normally he doesn't come all the way over here. He usually stays down by the staircase area. Woo! Oh, careful, careful. Yeah, he also throws knives, which is not great. Oh God, the freaking chain gun guy over there too. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think so. All right, close some distance on him. Oh no, chain gun. Oh bad. Oh, this is a bad place to be. Of course, the chain gun doesn't hurt this guy, which makes no dang sense. Like, it's a bullet. A bullet should hurt no matter what. Unless it's a love bullet. You know what? Maybe they are love bullets. Whew. Sweet. Alright, good. Chain gun guy taken care of. That's right. Not only does he throw knives, but he throws poison knives, which is, oh, the worst. And he himself is highly resistant to poison, so you can't really do the same strategy on him, which is normally a great strategy against enemies like this. Particularly when we fight, back in the real world, outside of the DLC area. There's a, there's one enemy which is, like, famously called the Bloody Crow of Canehurst, and it's, like, the hardest hunter enemy in the whole game. Which you need to join Eileen's Covenant, unfortunately. Stop! Ooh, I'm gonna have to ask you to cut that out right now, mister. Oh, okay, we both missed. Great. Oh, almost. We're almost there. Oh, one. There. See, this is why we upgrade the gun, so you can finish people off with it. Great. Excellent. Unfortunately, the only thing he drops is sedatives, which, you know, I'm always happy for more drugs, but, like, could be better. But now we can go back down and give the brain fluid to our dear friend in the chair. Ah, yes, this is what I was talking about. Like, every time you go down an elevator, as much as I love these flowy cloth physics, when it comes to elevators, they freak out, and I don't really know why. Woo! It's great. You know what? Maybe that's part of the fashion, actually. Alright, there she is.
Please, could you do something for me?
Yes, anything, my queen.
I need brain fluid.
Oh, absolutely. I got you covered, girl. Don't even worry about it.
Brain fluid.
I've got you that squishy squish. Here you go. Take the brain fluid.
Thank you. You're terribly kind.
I know, aren't I? I had to murder some people to get here, but there you go. And there she goes, slurping it up.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Ugh, it's kind of gross, to be honest.
Oh, I hear the sticky sound. Do you hear it too?
Ooh, you've got that icky sticky.
Oh, I know. Will you have my blood as thanks? You know, I was once a blood saint too.
Oh, of course. How could I possibly refuse?
But I cannot move. Look, on my right arm. I'm sorry to trouble you. But you don't mind, do you?
Sure, I will gladly syringe and extract your own blood. Thanks. Thanks, Adeline.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Greedy. As they say, fear the thirst for blood. I should know. I was once a blood saint too.
Yeah, which is gross, but it gives us more insight into the world, because if she was once a blood saint, which what that means is that basically everybody else who is a blood saint, which we actually the nun Adela, who we find back at, who you can rescue from Yahar Ghul and send back to the Cathedral Ward safe haven. Whew. She's all lined up to be a blood saint, which she perceives as a great honor, but hey, if you look around, it's not the greatest future in the world, because that could happen to you. You could be strapped up in a chair and have your head turned into mush, but Adeline seems to like it, so hey, if being strapped up in like 20 straitjackets and a chair and getting your blood sucked out with a syringe is like, if that's your thing, I guess, yeah, go for it. Sure. Why not? It's helpful to me anyway, because the blood that she gives is actually really good. I'll upgrade my blood tinge to 30, and then I'll probably stop there. I don't think I need to level them up that much more. I'll probably put the rest into vitality. Yeah, there's worse futures. It's true. You know, it ain't that bad. It's true, Nether Castle. How you doing, Nether Castle? Good to see you here. Alright, max vials. I like all of that stuff. Arcane damage reduction. You know what? Actually, that might be useful for the next boss. I think I'll save that. Great. And then I'll head back to the research hall. Now that we have a few more shortcuts opened up and we've got the staircases moved around, there's some new items I could grab. She's kinky. It's true. Adeline, she a little kinky. She got that, Hardcore kink going on. And meanwhile, I'm sucking up her blood, so like, I think we're all kinky out here. Bloodborne's a really kinky game, to be honest. There's a lot of funky stuff going on. Hey, Simon.
Not a pretty sight, is it?
Oh, you're not into the kink, Simon? You don't think it's good?
True face of the blood-worshipping, beast-purging, healing church.
Yes, here it is. Oh no, the church is actually evil the whole time. Dun dun dun.
By the nightmare, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Then here's what you must do.
Ah, yes. Please exposition dump me.
The Astral Clocktower and kill Maria.
I don't want to kill Maria. She is hot.
Real secret.
But it's true. She hides a good secret back there. Just like after you kill Rom and the whole world changes.
Go on.
It's good.
Kill Maria.
The surprise after you kill Maria is really cool. Unfortunately,
The real secret.
killing Maria isn't as cool. Her boss fight is incredible, but actually killing her, not my favorite. Oh yeah, now that we've elevated the whole staircase situation, we basically have to take the elevator up here to get up. There's no other way to get up there anymore. Which is fine. We've got Adeline's our friend now, so it ain't so bad. Unfortunately, we have to deal with these guys and their guns every time we get up here. And their insane clown laughing. There's the gun. We can get some of our health back, though, if we just wail on them. Oh, okay, great. I'll take the loot, thank you very much. And this guy with the bird mask is luckily not that bad. Because he sprays this little, like... He's got, like, a weed whacker. He sprays the pesticide or whatever. And it's, like, not that bad. Because you can just get away from him. It's pretty easy. Alright, we'll get another drop on this guy. And now that the stairs are moved, he goes plop all the way down on the bottom. It's great. But yeah, now you're going through this level and suddenly it's a whole different ball game because everything's so different now. Through that door is the boss fight of this area, but there's more stuff to be found. Particularly, I want to get down there because there's a special shield. One of the only shields in the game that's actually functional. It blocks arcane spells, which is something that's very useful in the upcoming boss fight. This might be kind of risky, but I'm going for it. We're doing it. Alright, there's one. I don't think this... yep, never mind, he's seen me. For a good while, I wasn't spotted yet. Oh, okay, ooh, hello. We found some more friends. Yeah, this is why they give you all those blue elixirs, like I was saying. You can get ganged up on by these guys very quickly. And then, oh, look at these fellas. They're still trapped in the straitjackets. They squiggle around like worms. It's very yucky. Like, they behave like an entirely different creature, but in reality, it's just, that's a person who's been in such desperate measures that they now slink around like a worm. But, shoot, I don't have the strength for it. Whoops. Yeah. One more strength and I can use it, so I might put that point. I might invest that 1 point into strength so that I can use the lock shield, which is Scottish for lake, I believe? Yes, originally used to safeguard the leader presiding over a sacred healing church ceremony, and later supplied to tomb prospectors, in particular those exploring the labyrinth of Isis, which, if you do go through the chalice dungeons, which I probably won't this time around, those ones are all, like, imbued with magical energy. It's very cool looking. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time or the patience for chalice dungeons right now. They're a big time sink, and I'm mostly just wanting to... Oh! I just want to get through the main game, show off the cool boss fights. Alright, you. Yeah, dang, they must have a very strong core workout. True. Dang, I wish I had enough abs to be able to slink around like a worm. That's a lot of abs. That core routine must be crazy. They don't skip ab day, which is... I respect that. They must be shredded underneath those straitjackets. Dang. Alright, patient floor number 3. I'll grab that. Ah, yes, the underground cell key. Oh yeah, I forgot there's this ambush waiting over. God! And I jumped right into it. Oh, yeah, did you check out this ashen thing at all? I haven't yet. Shoot, that's a good question. I remember seeing the trailer for it a while back and thinking, oh shit, this looks pretty cool. You know, I'm always welcoming for more Souls-like games because I really love the formula. But I know Ashen just came out and I actually haven't heard anything about it. I'll have to look into it more because it seemed really cool from that first trailer. It seemed like it had that very, you know, the vague and eerie vibe of Dark Souls where things are very nondescript, but there's like a prophecy that you gotta follow. It's cool. I'm into that. Oh, okay. The elevator isn't over here at the moment. So instead, I need to use... Oh, that's right. The underground cell key is actually way back before the research hall. So I gotta go all the way down to the bottom. Down here. Past this guy with the great abs. And I gotta... Plop. Whew. Alright. Now we're gonna head all the way down back into the jail cell area. Because there's a very good weapon waiting there. If we can just get it. Yeah, another castle. I don't mind when people lift the Dark Souls style as long as they do it right. It's true. There are quite a few Souls-likes that aren't very good, in my opinion. I tried to get into, what was that one called? Lords of the Fallen, by the people who made the Surge. I thought it was a little bit too clunky, but yeah, it's true. Not everybody lifts the Dark Souls formula correctly, it's true. Oh. Yeah, Dark Souls wasn't the first one to do it. In regards to... It's true, Dark Souls is not the first, like, dark, vague RPG like that. Though, this game, Ashen, definitely looks like it's trying to be Dark Souls specifically, like, even with the name and stuff. It feels more than just mechanically, it's also, like, thematically the same. But it's true. A lot of people throw around the, like, oh, this is just like Dark Souls. They throw that around pretty, like, all over the place. And it's not exactly the most apt gaming criticism or anything. Oh, yeah, this guy. He ain't doing so great. Unfortunately, nothing left for it but to commit more murder. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You gotta do it to get his weeb armor, which is very important. The closest thing to samurai armor in this game, old hunter Yamamura, comes from the... Yes, Yamamura the Wanderer. He's a member of the League, which is basically the only thing you know about him. Otherwise, they don't tell you much. He's just gone insane and is smacking his head against the wall, which is not a great pastime. Gotta say, there are better things to do with your time, I think. Uh-oh. I think this is the one where you open this up and you think it's all... Yeah, you think it's all well and good, but there's a sneaky boy on the other side of this door. Luckily, you can attack him through it, but this is one of the tougher hunters as well. Because he uses the church pick, which up to this point is a brand new weapon and you haven't seen it yet. Whew. So as long as we play this cool and safe... Oh god, he does so much damage though. Woo! Yeah, what are the big predecessors besides Demon Souls? Yeah, I guess Demon Souls is the first Dark Souls. I mean, if you want to get real technical with it, you can say like, oh, the Kingsfield games that From Software made before Demon Souls. You could say those were like pre-Dark Souls. You could say that a lot of the old CRPGs of back then could be a little bit Souls-like, but I think while yeah, there are a lot of like similarities in games like that, I think as far as like popularizing it, Dark Souls does, you know, deserve the credit that it gets for really putting like that formula of hard dark Western RPG on the map. I think particularly not just RPGs, when we talk, like, that's another thing too. A lot of people will say like, oh man, the Crash Bandicoot games are like Dark Souls because they're hard, and it's like, that's not the only thing that makes Dark Souls memorable, you know? We gotta talk about the way the storytelling through item descriptions, talking about, oh shit, being dumb and running into attacks, talking about like the way they make use of light and of Very minimal sound. Basically no music in most areas. I don't know. All of that strikes me as being very quintessential to the Dark Souls experience. Also, of course, the fact that you lose your experience every time you die and you can pick it up afterwards. Like, the retrieval system is also really important. Which is like, you know, I feel like that's worth mentioning when we talk about Souls-like games. Alright, yeah, there's the Fist of Gracia in there. We already got that. We got the church pick. Unfortunately, the underground cell key doesn't open this door at the very, very bottom. But we'll get there soon. Yes, let's get that Crash Bandicoot X Dark Souls collab. True! When are they gonna do it? Come on, Sony, get it together. You know, that's a huge opportunity they're missing right there. It's true. We gotta see. I wanna see Crash Bandicoot fight a Dark Souls monster. That's the future of gaming. That's what we gotta do. Okay. Do I have enough to level up? Because I want the lock shield. Oh, okay, I'm missing 1,000. 1,000 blood echoes. Just a little bit more experience. Luckily, though, I have a frenzied cold blood. I should be able to crush. I don't know why it was grayed out. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Great. Yeah, that'll be just enough so that I can level up, get my strength to 11, which is actually great. Even though I won't be using strength, just the ability to equip the lock shield is going to be super helpful in the next boss fight. And just helpful in general. Because having a way to... yeah, the blue was fashioned after a lake, and the shield greatly reduces all forms of non-physical damage. So yes, i.e. arcane damage, magical damage. One of the few shields in the game that works, and it looks like a big old mirror. It's delightful. It's very cool. You know, if you're trying real hard to get that knight build, you gotta get a shield like this. Looking, you know, it's pretty good fashion, Souls. I'll accept it. Yeah. Yeah, Crash runs out of stamina and can't spin. I like it. That's good. That's real good. And then he dies and they flash a big ol' "you died" across the screen. That's good stuff. You know, come on, Sony. This idea is waiting for you. From Software, you wanna get this collab started? This is what we need. And then we can put it in the next Sony All-Stars Battle Royale. God, are they ever gonna make another one of those? I remember they wanted really hard to be like, oh, this is the Sony version of Smash Bros. Like, they're gonna be a big competitor. Like, I still haven't seen it since. I don't know about that big competitor thing is working out for them. Okay, we got some blood gems down here in the poison I want to grab. Also, Kin Cold Blood level 10 is super strong. Yeah. Eventually we'll get a key to open that. I think once we get Adeline enough brain fluid, she'll open that for us. Yeah, you died. And you missed 18 boxes. Dang, that's good. That's real good. They just gotta rub that in your face, huh? Oh, but yeah, another castle. That died on the vine, huh? Yeah. Oh, speaking of things that are dead, Vine is also dead. Oh, rest in peace. But yeah, I remember being excited, like, I don't know, I was kind of looking forward to it. I really like Smash Bros. I grew up on PlayStation games, like, I don't know, I thought it'd be pretty cool. But I didn't have a PS3 at the time, and for a second, for a good while there, I was considering buying a PlayStation 3 just so that I could get PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale when it came out. I'm glad I didn't, though, because I haven't heard a single thing about that game since. And maybe it's for the best. Okay, good. Let me grab those bullets. And then you, sir, I've got a surprise for you. If you just hold still, if you'll allow me to commit some good murder, thank you very much. Let me just dig right into his back. I'll give you some chiropractic for free. Now, the real place I need to get to is up there, which is actually real close. Now that we've got this shortcut situation all worked out, it's actually real easy to get up here. Oh yeah, she's not too happy, is she? Oh yes. We have a friend we can pick up. Yamamura! We killed him earlier, but he's all good now, I guess. But you call him because time is distorted and all that stuff, and whatever. It makes sense somehow with the lore and whatnot. But yeah, Yamamura the Wanderer. Of course he comes in with a big katana, because, you know, of course he does. It's great. He kind of looks like Otacon from Metal Gear, though, which is kind of hilarious. Alright, Yamamura, try not to die instantly. Because this boss right here, the living failure, is literally me. Whew. They are big and lanky. They got big ol' yaoi hands. Whew. They're real slow, but they do a considerable amount of damage. But yeah, when they say living failures, they mean... yeah, living failure hits too close to home. Oh god, Henry, I agree completely. Whew. They freaking... Can't believe they put me in the game and didn't even pay me the royalties for it. Come on. You can't use the living failure's name without paying me. You can't associate me. Alright. Luckily, though, these guys can be backstabbed, so as long as they... Oh. Or they can just die. However, every time one of them dies, it means another one comes back, and they can swarm you if you don't have a friend to help you. And they shoot magic all over the place. Yeah, we're starting to see some of that now. This is why we want the lock shield, is because they shoot magic and they call upon the stars. Ooh. They're real cool, but as you can see with the head situation, you start to piece it together that what they tried to do was make their own version of the Celestial Emissary, and before they could make that real one in the real world, they had a lot of past attempts that didn't work out. These ones are quite a few examples of that. Oh god. Oh, is he starting? Oh, okay, he's just calling some little baby stars. They have this one... Ooh. Okay, nope. It's terrifying, and Yamamura will probably die when it happens, but there's a... Whew. Once you get these guys to like half health, they start to do this. They've got like a super secret special move, and it's the coolest looking thing, but it's also terrifying to deal with. However, once we get to it though, there's a really easy way to hide from them. There's this big cold blood giant sunflower looking stalk in the middle of the battlefield here, and like every time we see these funky little aliens, they almost always have these flowers nearby, so they try and draw some sort of connection between the lumenwood flowers and the enemy. Woo! I don't know, alien flowers or something? I don't fully understand. Alright, we're getting close. They're beyond the halfway mark, which means they might start to call up that super move real soon. Oh, here it comes. I should be able to get one more backstab in the meantime. Yeah, they call down the stars and the entire battlefield switches to this starscape. It's so cool. And then sure enough, it just goes right back to normal. It's so cool looking. However, if you don't hide behind that plant and you get caught out, it is deadly. You can very easily die in one hit. Whew. Oh, no. Like that. I'm looking pretty worse for wear out here. Oh, alright. Well, looks like Yamamura is looking even worse than we are. But yeah, these living failures, I wouldn't refer to them like that. They're just happy little accidents. They're happy little mistakes. Whew. Indeed, like our good friend Bob Ross once said. Oh, you know what, actually, this whole area with the flowers is very Bob Ross-esque. I would love it if he were here to draw us a good one. If I could just make a request. Hey, Bob Ross, can you come back and draw a Bloodborne environment? You know, from the hit video game Bloodborne? That'd be... Oh, I think they're calling another super move. Yeah, there it is. Let me just sneak one backstab in here first. That's it. Woo. Oh, ouch. Oh, God. Oh, no. See, I got hit by it. It hurts. Oh god, they're everywhere. Ugh. Yeah, the living failures fight here isn't the most, like, intensive, like, quick dodging and all that stuff, but, God, it's a big war of attrition. They have a huge health bar. They can take a lot of punishment. Oh no, he's calling more spells. Can I get a backstab? Oh, no. Nope, gotta back off. I couldn't get it. That's okay. That's okay. You know, gotta play it safe, play it cool, take my time. The Living Failures is certainly one of the longer boss fights in the game just by its nature. The guy's got a giant health bar, and they all communally share it, which means it takes a lot to chunk them down. So anytime you have an opportunity for backstabs, you should almost always take it. Oh, like this. Hey, speak of it, and here it is. Alright, put my lock shield up, just in case. So as long as you hide behind the big flowers in the center. Oh, okay. You know what? That would be good if they didn't sneak up behind you. Oh, God. Ouch. Can I get him right in the butt? Nope. Okay. Whew! Ouch. Oh, that ain't good. We're so close, though. Their health bar is significantly smaller. Yeah, a Souls-like where you're entering Bob Ross paintings would be amazing. That's what I'd like to see. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, no. They're all doing it. They're calling in the cosmos. I can feel it. I can feel the cosmos. I can see the cosmos. I can taste the cosmos. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Come on, Living Failures. Don't do this to me. Just stop swinging your arms for just a second. Oh, God. Woo! That was way too close. Nope, he's shooting more spells. I'm going to back off. I'm going to try and focus on this one who's a little bit... Oh, no, now they're all grouped up. Not ideal. Just a little bit more damage, though. And I've got this. Hey! There we go. All right. Prey slaughtered. We got the Astral Clocktower key, which is what we need to proceed into this next area over here. This is like the only instance I can think of. Ah, good shit. Thanks, Nether Castle. We did it, y'all. But this is only the beginning, because once you get past here, one of the many picturesque moments in this game. You get those rays shining through and the bells, and you see that person sitting on that chair over there all passed out, and you wonder, they probably drank too much. I'll let them rest. No, I'll go bother them real quick. For the moment, though. Because this is one of the few areas I can think of in any of the Dark Souls games, because they pretty much never do this, have one boss fight right after the other one. Like, I can't think of any other moments where they do that off the top of my head. You know, usually there's a level, you get through the level, you fight the boss at the end, proceed to the next area. That's like basic video gaming. However, in this one instance, they have this whole section where you fight this huge, rigorous Living Failures boss fight, and then, oh shit, you get to the next boss and things get crazy. I love the next boss fight. Let me introduce y'all to my my slightly dead wife, Maria of the Astral Clocktower. This is who Simon told us to go and find. And she's actually the real world inspiration for Gehrman creating the plain doll. Because the plain doll has the same hair and face and look as her, just with like doll clothes. Instead of the sick-ass hunter's outfit that she has, which I will definitely want to get. Which you can get as soon as you beat her. But, you know, you walk right in and you see this whole open area right here, and like, you know, this looks like a boss fight room. But then you doubt yourself, nah, they wouldn't have two boss fights right after each other. But they sure do. It makes squishy sounds when you step on, you realize there's all this blood. Nobody's been able to make out what's on that picture necessarily. But yeah, there's the big ol' Astral Clocktower behind her. More of those strange white sunflowers that we know is related to the aliens. Hey, what's up? You good? Should I get you a cab, or... Woo!
A corpse should be left
There's my head sticking through my collar. Nice. Very good. Ugh. So creepy. This is how the boss fight begins. Is that just the uncomfortable lingering hand.
How the secrets beckon so sweetly.
Oh, her weapon is so cool too.
Only an honest death will kill you now. From your wild curiosity.
It's so cool. The fight with Lady Maria is like my favorite in the whole game. The Abyss Watchers in Dark Souls 3 are very inspired by this boss fight right here. But she plays a lot like another hunter, but she has that, she disappears when she does those little dodges, which is the art of quickening, which you can get from, there's a leftover bone of hers you can find in the original Hunter's workshop. Like the real one and not the dream. She can be parried though, which is also good shit. Kind of like the fight with, the fight with Gwyn at the end of Dark Souls 1. When they have these boss fights where it's like you against another human and like all the same rules apply, like you can parry each other and all that stuff. Those are some of the coolest boss fights in the whole series, in my opinion. Woo! But yes, she can switch her weapons around. She does cool shots. Man, this is only... all of these quick moves of her, this is like only the beginning of how incredibly anime this boss fight becomes. Okay. Also, one of the few, one of the instances where they really try and, like, teach... oh, shit. Woo! Sometimes the camera works against you, but... where they really try and... oh, okay. Oh, no. When she stabs herself, it's not a good sign. It's not good. She's... oh, this is her second phase. Her second phase is buck wild. Alright, here it comes. Come on, Maria, do the thing. I don't like you eerily walking towards me. Yep. Oh, the music has the choir starts to go, ooh, in full swing. And now, all of the attacks she had before shoot out these sprays of blood. Much like the Chikage weapon you can get from Canehurst Castle. Which is where you start to put it together. She's got that platinum white hair, like we see with the Knight's ponytail, and with the Queen, Annalise. Woo! And then she also has these blood attacks. You start to realize, oh, she's from... undoubtedly, she's from Canehurst. Oh, but that thing I was trying to talk about earlier, which I just did the mistake of doing. Oh, there it is. There's the big anime attack. Ah, shit. Which is just like one she does... yeah. Woo! It's just like an attack that Gehrman does when you fight him eventually. Sorry, spoilers. Which, oh, God. Little things. They don't have to use a single piece of dialogue, but like through that, because we find in some item descriptions later that Lady Maria here was once a student of Gehrman, the oldest hunter. Woo! And so for them to have similar techniques actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. But, I was gonna say, this fight, along with the Orphan of Kos and quite a few other enemies here in the DLC, they really try and teach you, through the mechanics of these fights, that you shouldn't be dodging backwards. You should always be trying to dodge through attacks. Because once she does this, oh, especially when she does this, back up, back up, back up. Not only does she have... yeah, she's got a third phase, and this one's even crazier than the last one. Because now she shoots blood and fire. God. Oh, God. And we're dead. Woo! Yep, one combo will do it. Once she gets into that third phase, it's... ooh. Shooting laser beams out of her eyeballs. It's like game over, man. But yeah, good world building is so satisfying. It really, really is. Which is why I love to... like, ugh. That's like my biggest thing in any game. Even if, like, the gameplay is garbage, if it has, like, a really good world building, that I can, like, really get invested in the lore, like, oh, so primo. Which I think Bloodborne and all the Dark Souls games do exceptionally well. But yeah, oh, she does some vicious shit. Here we go. Round 2, let's go. We were doing real well for a good while there. Ooh, I made it to her third phase pretty easy, actually. But once you get to that third phase, man, it's brutal. Ooh. That's something, though, this fight really exemplifies. Something I love about the combat in Bloodborne is that it's so... You all dash around each other, it's lightning quick. It's almost as if, especially in conjunction with the music that they play during Maria's boss fight, it almost feels like they're doing like almost like a dance, basically, right? You're dancing around each other, you kind of take turns leading and following, like, woo! In some ways, I could see how that might turn people off to the combat, but for me, oh, I think it's so cool. Alright, comes the next one. I almost always dodge forward and to the left when it comes to Maria. I feel like that's usually the best way. Of course, you know, play it reactively, depending on what attack she's doing. Ooh. But you almost never want to dodge directly backwards, which is what they try and teach you. Oh, shoot. Oh, that ain't good. Like, all the mechanics of this game, in this DLC especially, I've noticed, they try really hard to teach you that you might not like it, but you gotta play aggressively sometimes. Sometimes offense is your best defense. Woo! Alright, second phase, here comes the blood. There will be blood. Woo! Second phase isn't that bad. Once you add the fire on top, it's very easy to get stun locked, because you get hit by the base blade itself, then you have a second proc with the blood hit, and then you have a third one with that fire on top. It's brutal stuff. Oh, ooh, I got a little greedy there. Oh, she's doing the big smash. Woo! We dodged it that time. We're good, though. Oh, I dodged too soon. That beam attack can be pretty good, pretty brutal. They can hit you from basically anywhere in the arena, too, which makes that one especially painful. Oh, I dodged too soon again. It can be a little hard to anticipate that one. A lot of it, as is the nature of these games, you kind of just have to learn by repeatedly doing it. Woo! And that beam attack is no exception. Like, the wind-up on that thing is hard to read. It really is. You just gotta do it enough times that you get used to it, which clearly I haven't, because that's my third time being hit by it. Whew. Yeah, look at that range. See, that's why dodging, unless you're like incredibly far away where it doesn't matter. Oh, I forgot there's a follow-up now. And there we go. Yeah, muscle memory, but spiteful. Basically. They just gotta ingrain that muscle memory into you until you hate it, but you understand. Oh, here comes that third phase. Oh god, anything but this. She gets some new moves too, which is extra painful. God, but they're so cool looking. Maria, if you weren't trying to kill me right now, god dang. She really is, like, one of the coolest hunters in the whole game. Oh god. Woo! Man, even when you dodge the base hit, there's still that fire element now. Ooh. There it is. It looks so cool. And with the choirs in this song going wild. Oh, it's great. Oh no, not the beam, not the beam! Not the bees, not the beams! Oh, I should have dodged forward for that one. Oh, she broke her chair. How are you gonna sit back down once this is over? Oh, we're getting close. Oh. Honestly though, sometimes looking at the health bar is like the worst possible thing. Because once you realize that you're like close to defeating the enemy, you start to mess up, you get greedy. Oh, no. Woo! See, it just barely out of range of that one. Oh god, oh not the stabs, oh not the stabs, please. Good, 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 create some distance, let me heal. I don't have a lot of blood vials left, so, gotta try and play this real safe, but also play it aggressive. Ooh. See, because sometimes you can stagger her out of these attacks. Oh my god, I'm so close. Oh, there we go, folks. Ah, prey slaughtered. Oh my god, we did it. Very sad day, because Maria is the coolest and I hate to kill her. But man, ugh. Woo, good shit, thank you, thank you. Find the celestial dial on the ground. You gotta pay attention to that too, because if you miss it, you might look at this area and think, where the hell do I go now? But you've got to hold up the celestial dial right here. Whoop. And you hold it to the dial here, the bell rings, and now all this shit clicks into place. Oh, it's so cool. You thought you were at the tippy top of the Astral Clocktower here, but you should know by now, especially in a nightmare, like physical space doesn't really matter, because it looks like this is a broad window to daytime, but then, oh shit! You've walked outside and the tippy top of the clock tower is in another dimension, basically. You see those ship posts out there and you realize, oh, where have we seen those before? We've seen those in the Hunter's Nightmare. And we've seen them in the Nightmare Frontier and the Hunter's Dream. We see these big posts coming through the ground and you realize that this shit is like, it's layered on top of each other like a big multi-tiered wedding cake. Which is like the weirdest discovery, to know that your parallel dimensions are like one on top of the other. Which they also show more of in this area, because there's that snake woman, or not snake woman, there's a snail woman that you see fall down earlier in the DLC, just plop right out of the sky, and then you see more of them in this area here too. Just to further seal the deal. Oh, and this guy. He's got some lore for you. He actually has, once you join the Arcane Covenant and you get the big broccoli head, he actually has a lot more to say, which is interesting. Sometimes the Covenant system, unfortunately, is like my one complaint in Bloodborne. As much as I love everything else, it's very lacking, but there are a couple areas where it comes into play, like here in the DLC. Talking to that guy while being part of a certain Covenant will actually get you more information. Also, you see this poor old bugger hanging out here, just chilling, and you realize that looks a lot like the symbol that appears on the Hunter's Mark, which is the thing that keeps you alive this whole time. And it's like, oh, that's delightful. How very charming. Very cute. There's just the one solitary guy hanging out there. Okay, now I'm gonna head back to the Hunter's Dream. Maybe I can, I think I can level up one more time after defeating Maria. I think I have enough echoes for that. Yes. Oh yeah. She has something to say afterwards.
Have I somehow changed? Moments ago, from some place, perhaps deep within, I sensed a liberation from heavy shackles. Not that I would know. How buzzing strange.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. You might think just because it's a parallel dimension that it's like not related. But somehow the doll, who gets into a whole discussion about like, oh man, what is sentience? Is it real? Does she have feelings? But like, she cried earlier, and now she felt some sort of liberation from us defeating Maria, who she's based on. It's so crazy. This game is absolutely bonkers, Another Castle. You are totally right. Game's crazy. And the more it goes on, just the crazier it gets. Which I think is a great parallel to the in-game mechanic that, like, oh, once you get too much insight on the world around you and, like, your dumb mortal brain can't handle it. But yes, now we can get the Maria set, which is great. They say it right there. It's crafted in Canehurst, which is why it looks a lot like the Knight set mixed with a Hunter gear. And yes, Maria is distantly related to the Undead Queen. Yes, who we saw. But had great admiration for Gehrman, unaware of his curious mania. Yes. Maria was a student of his, and unfortunately, Gehrman, being the weird, creepy old dude that he is, he got obsessed with Maria. After she died, he he made this doll after her image, cause he's kind of a creep, not gonna lie. It's kind of cool that you meet him and he's like the very first NPC you find in the whole game, and this is his workshop you get to hang out in, which is nice and cool, but it's a little bit of a creep. Hey, Joseph Mac 99. Hey, it's been a while. It has. How you doing? How have you been? But yeah, if you look at the Maria Hunter armor in comparison with the doll gear, you can see that the boots are the same. It's got the little like neck kerchief thing. It's like just ever so similar, which is, it tells a lot. It tells a lot about Gehrman and his uncomfortable dedication to his craft. All right, take me to the fishing hamlet, because this is it's basically the final area of the DLC. It's a long one, but this is the final area. Oh, yeah. People that we haven't seen in a while decided to all show up today. I know, I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Even if it's just for a little bit, stopping by to say hi. I appreciate all of it. Oh, this area up ahead is delightful. There's just this constant rain, and we got these barnacle fish people that just rise up. Gamers rise up. They just shoot up out of the ground, and they wield these fishing harpoons, and it's great. You've got these weird barrels filled with slugs that you can break open. They make these uncomfortable, squishy sounds. Oh, but I'm great. Been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, nice, nice. I still haven't gotten the cowboy game. How's it been? I've heard many good things about it from all my coworkers. They all bought it. Woo. Oh, another one of those areas where it's very easy to get ganged up on. And that particular attack, that charge of theirs, is another example as to why you shouldn't dodge backwards. Through the gameplay mechanics they try and teach you. Because if you dodge backwards, they just continue to charge forward and you get hit. But if you step to the side, everything's good. Alright, and this is also very important as to why we keep the lock shield, because there's this guy over here. I'm just gonna rush him, but he sits here and meditates and he like shoots out evil spirits. Luckily he dies in one hit if you can just get to him. But therein lies the biggest challenge, just trying to get to him. But again, through the game mechanics, they try and teach you about how being aggressive is the answer. Good, I'll take the blood vial and the lead elixir. And I think there's a little bit more side treasure over here in one of these houses. Here we go. There's this guy who isn't paying attention. Great. That'll be the death of you, my friend. Sorry, but it's true. Also says a lot about this fishing hamlet in that, like, their weapons consist of, like, harpoons and, like, that guy was just holding, like, two little, like, gardening rakes. Like, they're not trained to be fighting me. They just got a little bit on the fucked up side. I don't think they're meant to be fishy people, but here they are. Which, this whole area is a big reference to H.P. Lovecraft's The Shadow over Innsmouth, which is one of many uncomfortably creepy tales that H.P. Lovecraft has written. Which, you know, I like my Lovecraftian fiction quite a bit, but it is worth mentioning that he's kind of a huge racist, and it's kind of a problem. It pervades a lot of his work for sure. It's not great. Which is why I love Bloodborne so much, in that they take that fiction, they make it real in an explorable gameplay environment like this, without all the shitty racism that H.P. Lovecraft had. It's not, yeah, it's part of why I love Bloodborne so much. There we go, excellent. Great, there's some more secrets up here as well. Also, approaching through that side door is the best possible answer, because all of these, I tried to throw a Molotov, but I missed, but all of these glowing barrels over here, they explode, and so being hit by fire is very bad. But yeah, the fishman used harpoons to take down the large-ass fish people in the well. Yeah, oh man, we're gonna see them. They're one of my least favorite enemies. I mean, they're cool, they're impressive, but God, fighting them, they are one of my least favorite enemies in the whole dang game. They're so tough, which is why we saved the Shaman Bone Blade for this particular instance. Where is it? There it is. You can only have 3 of them in your inventory, But you can, if you hit someone with it, they'll attack each other, which you need for the two big-ass fish people in the well. They're very spooky. But yeah, do you know what his cat's name is? Yeah. Look it up if you want. Obviously, don't type it here. But in case anybody ever tells you H.P. Lovecraft wasn't racist, the name of his cat really says the whole thing. It's not good. It's not good. Anyway, what is good though is that up here we've got a shortcut we can open, which takes us right back to the bonfire, or not bonfire, the lantern. There we go. You just kick down that ladder, and then sure enough, you can see it right there. But there's also a little hole in the roof over here, which is important because there's good loot to be had. There's also an ambush waiting, if I recall. Yes, you can see it in the notes. Fear high spot and reeks of ambush. Indeed. There he is! Look, you can see him up there. See, you look over to your left and you hear this uncomfortable hacking, and you see this guy's going chop chop Master Onion on that body over there. But he's got a little friend hanging out, like literally hanging out up here, and it's not great. You go up to this guy and then hey, he's got a grab attack. There it is. Ooh. Luckily we fight back that last swing. Oh, no thank you. Oh. Okay. Okay. Not ideal. I pointed out the ambush and I still got hit by it, but hey, that's okay. Wondrous dead body, indeed. Luckily this guy over here ain't so bad. Ah, yes, the Harrowed Garb. I think it's got the best physical defense in the game, which I don't totally understand why, but oh well. It's DLC armor, so it has to be good, I guess. But yeah, why do so many enemies hang on the ceilings? Why are they so... yeah, why are they so patient hanging up there? It's true. It's very true. You know, you just kind of excuse it because in the gameplay setting, it's like, oh yeah, duh, they're trying to ambush you. But like, that's a good point. If you don't show up, would they just... I guess they just hang out there forever. Like, do y'all not have better things to do? Seriously? Oh god, there he is. You can see him coming around the corner. They've got these... There's these huge fish people, and they're some of the hardest enemies in the game. Oh, man. I don't want to deal with it, but we have to at some point. Oh. Actually, if I could just lure this little guy without the big fish man, that would be amazing. Come on, get over here. Here, I got a pebble with your name on it. Go. Get over here. You just gonna let me throw pebbles at you? Really? Okay. Alright, never mind then. I don't think he'll follow us down the well, so I think I'll... Oh god, I'm not excited for what we find down here, but... Yeah, there he is! Talking about people hanging out on the roof. We got this lovely fella. Which, if you're looking this way, you wouldn't even notice, but hey, there he is. Whew. Yeah, you're probably the first person they've seen in 500 years. It's true, so maybe they catch wind that you're coming, and so maybe that's when they're like, oh... I think I'll just hang out and wait to ambush. Speaking of hanging out, though, I need to sit up here for a bit, and... Oh, I can't switch items while I'm on the ladder? Oh, that's dumb. Okay, that's fine. I can just climb back up here, I suppose. I was talking about it, and I definitely need it. I need the Shaman Bone Blade. Yeah, that's true, especially since Maria was blocking this area. Indeed. That is very, very true. The Healing Church, with Maria's help, they were trying real hard to, like, hide this area from the rest of the world so that people wouldn't know that, the Healing Church is bad. Surprise, surprise. Woo! Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to this because these guys are not fun to fight at all. Oh, they're the worst. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my. How am I not dead? How am I not dead? Woo. They are parryable if you can get the timing just right. Unfortunately, that might not matter because god, they're terrifying. But unfortunately, you have to kill both of these fish people down here to get access to Maria's weapon, the Rakuyo, which is one of the, in my opinion, one of the, like, just best all-around weapons in the game. It has a great moveset, and you can switch between the dual wield. or the like singular long weapon. You have access to a lot of Maria's moves as well, which is really cool. Unfortunately, you can't coat it in blood and fire like she does. Unfortunately, as sick as that would be, that's a Maria only thing, as it turns out. But you can get that weapon, which is a groovy ass weapon. Oh, no, 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 you back off. Woo. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, it's like the dual blade weapons from Dark Souls 2. Exactly. Which, I was kind of thinking about. Oh yeah, but can only be one blade. That's true. The Dark Souls 2 weapon's a little different. But I was thinking about that. Though, Dark Souls 2 is like, ow, 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 ow. It's kind of the weird cousin out of the Dark Souls games. It doesn't feel like the other ones. It's quite different. Oh, no, 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 I made the big fish match! Oh, God. Oh, real big fish is here in concert. Oh. Right. Oh, he's got a grab attack as well, which is... Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, God. I've made the whole village angry. Oh, no. Mistakes were made. I'm getting out of here. Oh, I can hear him yelling behind me. No, thank you. Dark Souls 2 is the hardest game in this series because in order to beat it, you actually have to play Dark Souls 2. Ooh. Ooh. Big ooh. Dang. Got some real hot takes out here. I don't know. That's not that hot of a take. I think most people are kind of in agreement that Dark Souls 2 is usually everybody's least favorite. Like, for fair reason. It was, from my understanding, it was like done by the B team, because while after From Software completed Dark Souls 1, Hidetaka Miyazaki went to make Bloodborne instead, which is, in my opinion, a fantastic game. Dark Souls 2, though, was made by kind of the B team, and it got a little bit rushed, and it's just kind of weird. It has a weird feel to it, and it doesn't really feel connected to the other games very much. Which, you know, is to be expected, but at the same time, like, could be better. However, you mentioned those dual blades, and that's one thing that Dark Souls does that's really, really cool, is that Dark Souls 2 has this, it has a couple weapon classes that you don't see in any of the other games, which is fascinating. Ooh. Oh, no, 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 no grab, no thing. Oh, God. Oh, God. I forgot that there's that guy up there in the roof and he throws explosives. Ooh. Oh, run, 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 run. I'm leaving. See ya. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 has like, they got the dual blades and like they got the whip sword and like, Dark Souls 2 surprisingly has a lot of weapon types that don't show up in other games. Or like, Dark Souls 2 has a couple of weapons in this own lance category, which is really cool. But then Dark Souls 3 has one lance and it's garbage. It's a terrible weapon. It's honestly, it sucks a lot. Because I really like lances and dual blades in Dark Souls 2. They're really cool. Oh, what's the consensus on 3? That's a good question. It's a little mixed, I think. I think not as mixed as the consensus on Dark Souls 2. But yeah, it's a little bit more mixed. I like Dark Souls 3 a lot. I really like the way it plays. It's a lot, I don't know. I'm definitely biased because Dark Souls 3 has a lot of inspiration from Bloodborne, so I'm a little bit biased on it. Oh, I never beat it. I get bored around the fishing area and the big area after that. That's fair. Shoot, fishing area and the big area after that. I'm trying to think what area that is. That's fair, though. Dark Souls 3, I suppose, can get a little bit repetitive. I think it's fine, but people like to hate on it because it's not Dark Souls 1. Yes, that's true. Pretty much anytime a Souls game comes around, there's gonna be a big crowd of people who will hate it, regardless, because it's not Dark Souls 1. Everybody's favorite child. Oh, No Man's Wharf, I think it's called. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying now. Woo! Oh, yikes. Oh man, Big Fish Man took my blood echoes. He's got the glowing purple eyes. Oh. Ouch. Ouch. See, this is another one of those enemies where dodging backwards is your worst. It's the worst possible strategy you can do. And unfortunately, that big guy we saw hanging on the roof over there does not come down until we kill this guy. Or no, not until we kill him. I think once we get into half health is when they both start attacking you. It's the worst. As if this guy wasn't bad enough on his own. Oh, come on. God. Ah, there it is. Shucks. Alright. I guess I lost those blood echoes. Like I'm saying, over here, in some ways, these guys are harder than some of the earlier bosses in the game, to be completely honest. Yeah, the level requirement is really weird early on. After the first boss, you can get to be, like, level 50 for some reason. True, there's a weird flow to that game, which just feels oddly paced. I think it has some very odd pacing about it, which I'm not overly fond of. Though I appreciate, I don't know. It's not, like, perfect by any means, but in Dark Souls 2, I guess I kind of appreciate how from Majula, there's, like, several different paths you can go down. Like, they're not entirely, it's not entirely linear in that way. I mean, it's not as, like, split up as Dark Souls 1, which everybody compares it to, but, I like that if you don't want to go to, things betwixt right at the beginning, you can go to Hades' Tower of Flame instead. It's kind of dumb, and you're, like, encouraged not to, but, like, you can if you really want, which is fascinating. Ooh. Bad dog, bad dog. Yeah, not only were there bird dogs before, once you get to this area, they have fish dogs. They're, like, literally dogs that are, like, they got fish heads and fins. Ooh. It's awful. These dog enemies, which are... Oh, no, 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 no. Some of the worst when they're in groups like this. Bloodborne continues to find a way to include them somehow. Like, oh, you're in a hamlet of fish people and a dog wouldn't make sense? Time to make that dog part fish. Or you're in a weird scientist lab castle and it wouldn't make sense either? Give the dog a bird head. And they're like, they have the same moveset and it's really aggravating. You. Bad dog. Bad. Bearer, seek less. True. You know, I appreciate Dark Souls 2 for having the best meme. Because for whatever reason, the Emerald Herald who you go to level up, which not nearly as charming as like the plain doll or even the lady in black in Demon Souls, she has this huge spiel every time you talk to her, and so it's a big old meme to just skip her dialogue every single time, so she only gets like the first word of every sentence out, and it sounds like that every single time. Oh god. Ugh. This area is also bad, but luckily you can just run right past and get to the next lantern here. And... Woo! And this boy here freaks out! But luckily he can't fit in here no matter how hard he tries. One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. You can't fit through the door. Can you give up, please? Leave me alone. I don't like this. He's just sticking his fish head through the door, just looking at me. Go away. I don't appreciate this one. Yeah, that's right. You better run. Turn around. Get out of here. Yeah, I must have scared him off. I did that. Oh, but yes, you get here, and unfortunately Simon, who's been your good friend this whole time, he is doing a little worse for wear.
I'm afraid I've made a bunch of things.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Oh, I can hear the bell now.
Ah, yes.
The beast-eyed assassin. He's after me.
Yeah.
Again. And again.
He drops these hints, and you might not know what it means at first, but if you go down into the underground prison, you saw there's the beast-hide hunter, and if you look through the door, he's ringing that bell over and over. He asks you if you hear the bell. Unfortunately, it's Simon's time, so he hears that bell, which is the last thing you want to hear.
This village is the true secret. Testament to the old sins. It feeds this hunter's nightmare. Please, bring to an end the horror. So our forefathers sinned. We hunters cannot bear their weight forever. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
Indeed. Sorry you had to get mixed up in this, Simon. But yep, he gives his last dying breath right there, and boom. We get the underground cell inner chamber key, and most importantly, we get a sick-ass weapon, Simon's Bowblade, which is the coolest shit. Because it's this fascinating-looking curved sword that, whoop, switches into a bow and arrow. The only one in the game. It's good. It's very cool. Gonna return to the Hunter's Dream, though, because as much as it's cool to get all these neat new weapons, if you don't improve them, they're absolutely useless by this point. I will give Dark Souls 2 credit. Majula is really beautiful. It is. And I really like the music that plays in Majula, too. It's quite pretty. Oh, 69th message. Nice. Yeah, let's give a big nice for the sex number. Yeah, just give Simon some wall chicken. True. Simon, you gotta get up, buddy. You've gotta... You and all the Belmonts have a quest to do. Dracula's back, baby. You've got to be the one to take him down. Also, you need to go be in Smash Brothers and be my new main. You can't just give up now. Oh, okay. Oh, I need more blood echoes. That's the problem. I forgot that fortifying makes you run out. Let's see. I think I have another consumable one. Oh yeah, I have quite a few. I'll use 2 of these actually. There we go. A cool 10,000, which means I should be able to get the Bowblade up to +8. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, Reacher's Palash is at 9, but 8 is good too. And then while I'm here, I can also put some better blood gems in all my stuff too, because I'm sure I've picked up some better ones since then. Maybe not for my gun, but at the very least for my weapons. I'm probably not going to use the rifle spear again now that I have Simon's Bowblade, so I'm going to take those gems out of it, just, you know, just to be sure. Let's see. Just looking for the very best of the big numbers we can get. You know, that's cool for thrust attacks, but this... you know what? I should put that on the rifle spear, actually. I shouldn't just abandon the weapon just because I got a new, shinier weapon. Yeah. And a bonus to thrust attacks would also be super useful for that weapon, too. Okay. Rally potential and physical attack is good, I think. Highest I'm going to get over here is just pure percentage of attack. And... physical up at full health is good, but I think... yeah, even better. Oh, that's another thrust gem. That doesn't help me. Great. Attack versus open foes is good. That's actually really good, because Simon's Bowblade, when you attack someone with the arrow portion, it leaves them open. Ooh, that's great, actually. Oh, things are working out. Do I have any better? Oh, that's slightly better. And better damage at full health is cool. Ooh. Wait, no, that's even better. Excellent. Wait, no, that's even better. Oh, it gets better and better. Attack up at full health is good. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, literally the only character I've used is Marth. I've been just doing... oh, yeah. I've just been doing World of Light, and he was the only character I had for a long time. Yeah, for a good while, me too. Once I saw that you could get Marth, I was like, oh, great. Because I've been a Marth main since, like, Melee. And so I was like, great. Marth is perfect for this. However, I got Donkey Kong, and I've been playing him in World of Light a lot. Like, not all the time. Usually when I'm just doing a one-on-one duel kind of situation to, like, unlock a new character, I'll be playing Marth. But, like, I don't know. There are a lot of situations in the World of Light where they slap a whole bunch of enemies at you. And so I've found that being the heavy character is a little bit more helpful. Donkey Kong's been great for that. Especially if you get... there's the polar bear spirit from the Ice Climbers area. It gives you, like... you can... it basically gets rid of your ability to jump, and you're super slow. But it gives you hyper armor, and basically in a lot of these you can just be really cheesy and just play it. If you play a heavy character, you put on the super armor polar bear spirit, and then you can just sit there and tank everything. It's very powerful. Oh, I've been getting into Pichu lately. Oh shit, is Pichu good? Because in Melee, Pichu was kind of a joke character, just like a worse version of Pikachu, but if Pichu's actually good this time around, that's pretty sick. Reminiscent of Friend. Indeed. we have this one cobbled together gravestone and one of those lumen wood flowers, which you know is related to the Great Ones. And then if you look over this pier, you might think, oh man, there's that cool looking freaky moon. And down there, there's a big old fish. The realest big fish. That is our good friend Koss, and we're gonna meet them real soon. But oh no. Oh, looks like we can hear the bell. And nobody wants to hear the bell, I'll tell you that right now. Because there he is. The Beast Garb Hunter Braidor. Oh, and he swings this terrible blood club like it's his life depends on it. It's terrifying. It's a great weapon to get though if you're a blood tinge character. So once we get that weapon, we can actually make some good use of it despite being a skill character. Because the blood tinge portion can carry. Don't you dare drink that. Put that down. I'm watching your health, mister. Ah, yes. He drops the bloodied armbands the first time you kill him. But like Simon said, the bell rings again and again and again. It's so cool because as you continue through this area, the Beast Garb Hunter Braidor continues to hunt you through this entire zone. It's so cool. Every time you hear that bell, you know shit's going down. It's very spooky. Alright, cool. These guys are bad because they shoot lightning at you, but we'll see more of them soon enough. This whole, there's like a second part of the fishing hamlet over here that's like basically optional. You can skip over this entire portion, but there's some decent treasure to be had down here. Oh, Pichu is currently B tier, but I really like it. Alright, fair. Yeah, I don't usually pay a whole lot of attention to like tier lists or anything like that. Like, if I like a character, I'm just gonna play them regardless. I knew before, right, once they made that announcement that Simon and Richter Belmont were gonna be in the game, I was like, oh, I love them, and I love Castlevania, so I'm just gonna main them even if they're like the worst characters in the game. I'm just gonna do it anyways. But luckily, they're actually really great. I haven't played online, but oh, god damn it, I didn't mean to cheer. That was terrible timing. But yes, these guys with the big old poles and the lanterns, they call down lightning, and I don't appreciate it one bit. Okay, great. Down there, though, is a lot of trouble, and I don't want to jump down there just yet, because there is a lot of bad dudes. But yeah, apparently, I haven't bought the Nintendo Online subscription yet, because I'm a little poor baby, and I don't want to do that. Shit. Jumping down there is a trap, but I want that skittering beast. Fucking, do I have any? Surely I have some Molotovs, right? I gotta have some of those bad boys. Because if I can just use their trap against them, that works out great. Never mind, I'll just hit one of them. There we go. I don't know why it took so long for the rest of those barrels to explode. Oh, there you are. There you are. Not when I needed you, but thanks. But yeah, that's another one of those. Oh, another one of those greed traps. You see the skittering beast and you think, oh, sweet. I better chase after it before it disappears. But that's the worst decision you can make. Because as soon as you do that, Mr. Man throws an explosive at you, which causes the entire area to light up in fire. I'm trying real hard to free aim here. Can I hit it? Yeah! There we go. Free aiming those things can be pretty difficult, but if I can accomplish that, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll put on my stealth juice, because it's very easy to be overwhelmed in this area. Ooh. Uh-oh. Looks like it's gonna happen anyways. Oh, God. Oh, bad dog, bad dog. Bad fish dog. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, that shrieking just stunned me. Oh, no, no, no. Stop that. Cut that out. Did I say you could screech around here? This is a no screeching zone. Alright, thank you. Thank you. One more. There we go. Yeah, okay, but how about Joker as a DLC character? Yeah, like literally, what? You sent that to me on, like, I was at work, so I couldn't catch the video game awards and all that stuff, but Like, you sent that to me, and I was freaking out the entire time. Because, like, oh my god. If they can put a Persona 5 character, even though Persona 5 is not on a Nintendo console from my understanding. I know the Persona series has been, but Persona 5 specifically, I know has not. So, like, I've been shaking ever since. Like, anything could be next. Like, they could put Goku or Sora in Smash and I wouldn't even question it for a second. Like, they put, you know, putting Ridley in was one thing, and now they've Joker from Persona 5? Like, anything's possible. They've got Joker and Robin, but no Batman in the game. Maybe Batman's next, I don't know. Literally anything's possible. Alright, no. That's a grab attack. I was afraid of that. Oh, get off me. You cut that out right now. Woo! Luckily, Simon's Bowblade is so good for keeping people out of range. It's great, and it also benefits from headshot bonuses. So in conjunction with the monocular, which gives you a little reticle, you can actually aim headshots on unsuspecting people. It's very cool. Adds a whole new depth to the game that wasn't there before. But okay, only one Persona game has been on a Nintendo console recently, and it's only a spin-off game. Interesting. But they put Persona 5 in there anyways. Sakurai said no anime and manga characters in Smash, and sadly, I think Disney would be complete assholes to license Sora. True. Ooh, that's true, huh? Oh, but Sakurai going so far as to say no anime or manga characters is, you know, as much as I love my anime and manga, that's probably a good thing, right? There are quite a few other, like, anime brawler games out there. They don't necessarily all need to be in Smash, per se. But, it's true. Disney, in regards to licensing, would probably be way too much of sticklers to lend out Sora, which is true. Even though it's Final Fantasy, it's also Disney, because they have Cloud, who technically Cloud is in Kingdom Hearts. One, you know, like, there's some weird leeway going on there, but I don't think Disney's gonna give that leeway with, oh shit. Ah, Braydor's back. Luckily, to activate that weapon of his, he gives up a little bit of his health. Oh, no. This is the worst part, though. This is basically what I was talking about in Smash. He has, and I have a couple of them. I almost never use them, though, because they're not that useful unless you've got a heavy weapon like his. But you can take this thing called the lead elixir, and it makes you, like, it makes it so that all weapons just bounce off of you, which, if you're getting close to him, can really leave you open. Okay, looks like it's still active. Whew. Okay, looks like it ran off. Perfect. Luckily, though, with Simon's Bowblade, I can just keep pelting him from a distance. I don't give a shit about that potion he's taking. You can also counter that potion of his real quickly, because when you take the lead elixir, you can only walk. Or, okay, unless you're an NPC, in which case you can run, I guess. That's not very fair. Ooh, let me charge out one more of these. Oh, he's so close. He's so close. There we go. Even though my weapon bounces off, it still does damage, which is most important. Oh, cool. The Beast Garb hide. The helmet is the coolest part, in my opinion, but if you want to wear a Cleric Beast skin as your clothes, this is the way to do it. It's great. It's so nice and flowy. I love it. Oh, does Hatsune Miku count as anime? Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, the Vocaloids have been in anime. Most of the Vocaloid... I mean, usually when Vocaloids have anime, they tend to suck. But yeah, Vocaloid Collection got an anime, so kind of? Hatsune Miku herself isn't necessarily anime, though. But she kind of is. It's... Again, this is a weird line. It's up to Sakurai to decide this one, I guess. If he decides, let's get that petition going. Let's put Hatsune Miku in Smash. Yes, if we can get Hatsune Miku on the David Letterman show, we can get her in Smash. That's true. That's true. Oh shit, I totally forgot about that. Hatsune Miku was on David Letterman, which is the most buck wild thing I've ever heard of. Well, that's not true, because she was also in a Domino's, like, commercial, so, again, when it comes to Hatsune Miku, anything is possible. Her being on David Letterman is wild. But she's done crazier things before, to be fair. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to my Maria garb, though, just for fashion. I love that one shoulder cape. It's very stylish. But yes, we go in here to escape the rain, but it's pretty spooky in here. We got more fish faces, and they're not happy to see us. Well, I mean, actually, they might eat us, so maybe they are happy to see. Dinner just walked in on our own. Luckily, all of these giant shells are breakable. Oh, give me Phoenix Wright as a fighter, Sakurai. They could. Now that we have Capcom characters in the game, anything's possible. But they already have... I don't know. It's strange. It's very strange. I don't know what the motive is for including characters at this point, other than just, like, Sakurai's personal preferences. Right, evidently he really liked Persona 5, so now Joker's in the game. Ooh. And we have other third-party characters, but yes, I was gonna say that. He's already in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, so it's hard to say if they would consider him for inclusion again. Like, I don't know. But yes, he was in Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, chew. Sorry. Oh, I think it... Oh, that's right. That's right. It was Reggie who picked all the DLC characters. They said it was like... Woo. Nintendo had already decided already, so anybody doing petitions for DLC characters, I guess, is not going to be considered, unfortunately. But it's never too late. I mean, think of... we have quite a few games out there, like, Rainbow Six Siege, for instance, is on its, like, 3rd year season pass that you can buy because they have continued support and they, like, keep adding new characters, like, 3 years later. So, like, it's not hello, ladies. Yes, pleasure to see you, too. Oh, thank you for the bless yous. I've been a little bit on the sneezy side today. I think one of my dumb coworkers got me sick, which is infuriating because some of you remember I was sick like a month ago. So to be sick again is very annoying. But luckily it's not that bad. I think today I'm certainly feeling better today than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was stuck at work and I was feeling miserable. But today, I'm just feeling a little bit sneezy, which is not bad at all. Like, I can manage sneezing. That ain't so bad. Oh, sweet. I'll take the arcane gem. We got poor man's damp blood gem. I don't know who comes up with these names, but they're brilliant. Yes, he said it was the direction they were taking with DLC, aka some brand new IPs in Smash. No Nintendo characters. That's right. Oh, gosh. That's just, it's so crazy though, because it leaves, there's so much potential for anything, really. Like, you know? Persona 5 Joker was the last person I thought they would, oh shit. Oh no. Oh, she giving you a big old smooch. And like, listen. Normally I'm down for that, but I don't think slimy snail girls are necessarily my type. Sorry. Okay, Quicksilver bullets I will take. Oh, yeah, take your daily vitamins and some vitamin C. Thank you. Yeah, I'm taking in that Gatorade I was drinking, I mixed up some of that emergency powder, which has probably way too much vitamin C for your body to even know what to do with. But I'm trying. I'm trying to take my vitamins. I took my Dayquil, all that good stuff. I'm trying my best, but thank you. Ah, yes. The fact that they don't even have to be on a Nintendo system leaves it bigger. I know. Nintendo already has so many IPs, as evidenced by the existence of Smash Brothers, but, like, there's so much room for literally anyone's character to get in. Or at the very least to be assist trophies? Right? Like we saw with Shovel Knight and other, like, big title characters like that. Or, like, even Katamari getting a reference in the game. They don't necessarily... Well, I mean, I guess at this point they do have to be new characters because it's new fighter DLC. But, whew, there's always room for other smaller stuff, maybe? I don't know. Only time will tell. Only Nintendo will tell. Alright, great. No more slug girls, sorry. It's very disturbing. Some of them, they get away from their shells, which is the thing that keeps them slow and vulnerable, but then, oh no, they jump out of their shells, which I'm glad they can come out of their shells and be less shy, but I don't like the circumstances. And you, Brador, will you get out of here? How many times do I gotta tell you you're not welcome around here? Whatever, I'll just keep shooting him then. It seems a little cowardly, but when he has that lead elixir on, you're definitely playing into his game if you try and approach him. This is the much better way to do it, which I kind of think is why they give you Simon's Bowblade for this part. Just so you can do that. Yeah, Brador, you can't sit with us. Get out of here. Go find another lunch table, bitch. Got him. And we got his trousers. Yeah, I'm taking your pants as a consolidation fee. How dare you make me go through all this work. Yes, this part up ahead. Also why we keep the lock shield, because we got another one of these meditating guys and he shoots all the spooky skulls. Oh, but yeah, and Joker was the first character they announced, so they must have some other big surprises for us. It's true. God, I wasn't even thinking about that. That's so true. The fact that they're starting off the new Smash character announcements with Persona 5, like, that means that whatever they're planning in the future is probably going to be even bigger than that. Right? The potential there is limitless. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Technically, like, right down there where all the slug people are praying, just beyond that door is the final boss of this area, the Orphan of Kos, which is, in my opinion, the hardest boss fight in the whole game. Harder than any of the bosses in the mainline game. Honestly, might be harder than any boss in any other Dark Souls game, if I'm being... This is just my opinion, of course, but in my opinion, Orphan of Kos is the hardest dang boss fight to ever exist. Oh, I have spent so many hours on that boss fight. But hey, maybe this time around, I think we're doing pretty good. Our weapons are decently strong. Should be alright. Anyway, take me back to the Hunter's Dream, will ya? Thanks. Because I do not want to jump into that final boss fight unprepared. Not at all. Okay. Alright, alright. If I can do it, though, if I can kill Orphan of Kos right now, this might be our finale. This might be the end of our Bloodborne playthrough. Because after that, I only have one area left in the main game, which is the upper level of Murgo's Loft. Oh, I didn't mean to shake my camera there. But we're getting pretty close, which is... Wow, it's been quite a journey out here.
Let me stand close.
And to be able to complete this game for the 8th time, I'm always happy to do. Because this is probably undoubtedly my favorite game. However, Smash Ultimate is very quickly climbing to the top. Because that has been... Oh, God. It has been so hard to pry myself away from Smash Ultimate. Honestly, I've almost made myself late to work by playing Smash Ultimate already. Oh, more like Blood Snore XDDD. Oh, damn. Oh, you're hurting me. Ouchie. My pride, my joy, my beautiful child Bloodborne. It's okay. You know what? We might be done tonight. So Blood Snore might be correct because we can finally let this beautiful game sleep. Get some well-earned sleep. Alright, take me back down the elevator because there's one more horribly painstaking area we gotta go to, and I still never did defeat all of the, I never did defeat all of the big fish boys hanging out in the well, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and go over there. Gonna slap on the Ashen Hunter armor, because this has some of the best frenzy resistance. Because up ahead we've got some very, very bad frenzy monsters. You see the snail thing crawling away, and so you might think like, ah, shit. If one of those enemies is running away, then we're gonna be in big trouble. But yeah, we've got more of these enemies, the Winter Lanterns, as they're called. Oh shit, I took the wrong thing! Aw, that was an antidote. I meant to have sedatives. Shoot, I forgot I took it off my bar. Sedatives, there we go. Yeah, some sleep until 1 month from now when you play it again. True, though, honestly. I've restarted this game so many times in my life. Ow, stop. Where's my sedatives? Thank you for the drugs. Then I need another blue elixir. We're getting sneaky, sneaky. Because, you know, it makes sense. These guys have eyeballs all over the tops of their heads, so... Of course they can see you no matter where you come up on them. Which in turn makes the use of the blue elixirs that they give you at the start of this DLC all the more imperative. Very, very important stuff. Oh, that's right. There's one other area over here where you can get a blood rock. I almost forgot about that. There's this guy who shoots lightning at you. And he just continues to run away throughout this entire area. You're supposed to get greedy and you chase him through this whole area, and then you get surrounded by slug girls. Which is probably someone's fantasy, but not mine. Not particularly. Luckily his lantern is huge, so you can see him wherever he goes. Whew. Cool and good. Okay, alright, we got more friends dropping down. Listen, pleasure to see ya. How's the wife and kids? I'll leave you later. No, Monster Musume, the game! No! Oh, anything but that. Anything but that. Ugh. I don't know if I've talked about it before. Oh, okay, big lightning. Okay. With him out of the picture, though, this should be... Oh, never mind, there's a second one. God, I forgot that there's a second one. Oh, we got more slug girls popping out from everywhere. But I don't know if I mentioned this before. And I don't really know why. But when it comes to... When it comes to, like, monster girls, like Monster Musume, for instance, monster girl anime, that type of thing, I don't know why, but that... There's just something about those... like, those kinds of shows that just are so uncanny valley to me, like monster girls like that they make me, like, nauseous. And I don't want to be, right? I get a lot of people out there, they like monster girls, and I ain't here to judge, but, like, something about, like, looking at those monster girls in, like, a sexy way makes me get, like, ugh. Yeah, you don't like Spider-Girl with big tits? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't. That's where I gotta draw the line. I love anime girls as much as the next person, but, oh, God, I can't do it. I'm weak. I'm so weak. I can't do it. Oh, here we go. Get some more treasure over here. Kin Coldblood, which is great. But unfortunately, his freaking butt is just out there for the world to see. And unfortunately, you can't actually do any damage to him until he comes down on his own volition, which makes this whole situation so much harder. I think for the moment, I'm gonna put on Simon's gear here. Very, honestly, really cool looking set. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense that this is like one of the best armor sets in the game, because it literally looks like rags, but maybe that's the point, right? You don't suspect this kind of armor, but then, surprise, surprise, it's actually really strong. Ah, darn it. I got a little big for my britches there. There's a way, when they do that big charge, that you can actually parry them out of it with a well-placed gunshot, but... Oh, hey, my blood echoes from last time! Oh shit, I forgot I left those in here. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more help than just that, though. Ah, these guys are the worst. I'm not leaving until I get rid of these guys, though. I'm doing a 100% run, and I'm going to make sure I grab the Rakuyo, which is a great weapon. Ooh. Once we get the second fish down here, and I can hit them with the Shaman Bone Blade, things should be a little easier. But God, trying to get to that point is the worst. Oh God, please. Anything but that. They can be parried, but trying to get the parry timings on these guys is so difficult. And that is enormous. They have huge damage windows. It's brutal out here. Ugh, unlucky. Unlucky. But that's okay. I've done this before, and we can do it again. I mean, it's never been easy all the times I've done it, but it is possible. So let me just... I might teleport over to the fishing hamlet, because it might be a little bit easier to get into the well from there. Oh, I guess I am. I don't mean from the lighthouse lodge, but you can get there through jumping down this way, so I could go this way too. Either way works, really. I just have to deal with winter lanterns, which might be a little bit worse. I don't know. We'll see. Both ways are fraught with peril and destruction and pain, so like, pick your poison. Alright, take me back down. Oh yeah, before I go any further, just underneath this elevator, I'm not entirely sure why, but there's a little bit of treasure down here in this uncomfortable little pool. The Cursed Kin Hunter's Damp Blood Gem. Which is, ooh, that's actually probably a really good thing. Because if it's a Kin Hunter gem, that means it probably does extra damage against kin of the cosmos, aka big aliens. And the final boss of this area is one such enemy. The kin of the OG of great ones. Perhaps the greatest great one. Alright, forget the winter lanterns, I'm just gonna run on by. Oh, I forgot I have the wrong armor equipped. This gear has like the worst frenzy resistance. Fuck. Oh, well, I should have taken one more. I was wearing the wrong armor. I gotta go fast, and I went too fast. Ugh. That's the problem with going too fast, is that once you're faster than light, you live in darkness. That was brutal. That was not intentional either. That's fine. Okay. Let me switch back to the armor I thought I was wearing. To be fair, they look kind of similar. A little bit. The Ashen Hunter garb in comparison to the Herod set. They're both really gray. There's a whole lot of gray and raggedy going on. Okay. Okay. Ashen Hunter gear. Great. Perfect. Also, my insight is kind of high, which means I'm more susceptible to frenzy. Which is a fascinating concept. If your insight stat is lower, you know, if you're just really dumb and you don't perceive the true nature of the world around you, frenzy doesn't bother you as much. But when you're too giant expanding galaxy brain, frenzy hits you big time. It's a cool mechanic. Unfortunately, there isn't really a good way to like get rid of it. Wait. She has my blood echoes. What? How did you get those? Come back here. She's got my glowing eyeballs. You're not even the enemy that killed me. I wasn't even close to this enemy when I died. Thank you, I'll take those back. I had like none, but thanks anyways. Okay. Alright. Now we're going Sonic Part 2. We gotta go fast. Take my sedative midway and then prepare for the next one. Run, run, run. Oh, there we go. Now I drink the sedative. And we try and deal with the big fish boy one more time. Which I'm not looking forward to, but I need that weapon. Hey, buddy. Over here. I forgot that, oh, you can land parries with the bow if you fully charge one up. Which is so cool. Unfortunately, it takes so much of your stamina to launch a fully charged one that it doesn't help me a whole lot. Oh yeah, Thunderbolt. I know that Thunder would be really smart against these guys, being big ol' fishies. Unfortunately, all of the weapons that I'm using, because under the dumbest technicality, they're blood weapons. It makes them ineligible to have like elemental effects on them, like lightning paper, for instance. True, I need PK Thunder. True, very true. Woo. Okay, I think this might be enough damage that the second fish might be jumping down. Yep, there he is. No, I missed with my Shaman Bone Blade. Oh god. Oh no. Let me just hit. There. Now back up. Yeah, now they fight each other. Now it's like your favorite kaiju movie. Let them fight. And then I'll take down whoever wins. This is great. This is quality entertainment right here. And whack. Whack. Of course it's the one who's wielding the big ol' anchor that wins. This guy is almost always the strongest. He even had half health at the beginning of this encounter. But there we go. We got the Rakuyo, which is, again, one of the cooler weapons in the whole dang game. It's got a big old paragraph of a description, but it's very good lore. Basically, Maria comes from Canehurst Castle. Maria frowned upon the use of blood blades like the Chikage, which is very telling that once we get into the big boss fight with her, she abandons those senses. She abandons that sense of morality and instantly well, not instantly, but once she gets to half health, she starts to use the blood power herself, which it says a lot, really. Whew. All right, okay. Is the next area the space colony arc? You know, honestly, with all the aliens we got in this area, it might as well be. But no, the last boss fight of this area is the most oceany ocean you could think of. It's great. It's raining the whole time. It's like swamped in darkness, and it's also the most hellish boss fight in existence, in my opinion. It's brutal. It's very, very brutal. So, that being the case, we're just gonna have to try our best. Did you know Maria had space AIDS and that's why she was up there? Oh, okay. It's true. She was supposedly very not doing so well. But yeah, the reason we find it in the well is because she freaking tosses it down there and the dumb fish boy eats it, which is hilarious. That's why you have to kill him to find it, because it's literally inside his stomach. Alright. Great. I sold those so that I could get a little bit more blood echoes, which means I can buy more blood vials, which I'm going to need a lot of them. Oh my god, she had neuroimmune deficiency system. Jeez. Wow, incredible. Good stuff. Oh, the jokes are on fire tonight, everybody. On fire. Okay, max vials is good, max stamina is good. Arcane damage reduction might be good, but I think I'll just go for all, because this final enemy uses blood attacks, they use physical attacks, they got the whole shebang. Continuous heal near death also sounds great. Oh, I wish I was joking. This is canon Sonic lore. Shit. Is that from the Sonic comics? Because I know those have like the craziest, most ridiculous lore. Ooh, that's right. Because we found ourselves a blood rock, we can upgrade one of our +9 weapons to +10. You only find, I think you only find 2 blood rocks in the base game and then 1 in the DLC, for a total of 3 blood rocks per, 2 or 3 per your entire playthrough of the game. So very rare item. We are gonna go ahead and level up, I think, the Simon's Bowblade, because it really is one of my favorite weapons. It has a great moveset, and the fact that it can just switch to being a full ranged weapon at any time is so cool. I mean, they're all great, and most of the blood weapons are able to do that, but Simon's Bowblade gets an S scaling for skill and blood tinge, which is the best of the best. Alright. We're chalked up. We're ready to go. I might level up one more time and then spend the rest of my blood echoes on potions.
Very well.
And by that I mean blood vials. Alright. 39 vitality is okay. I'm gonna need another plus 10 though. Honestly, this final boss is so wacky. It is so painful. Oh, you know what? Usually for this final boss here, I like to put on the healing from visceral attacks rune, because that one's pretty helpful. I don't know though. Visceral attacks restoring 200 HP is pretty cool. Though sometimes by doing that, you kind of pigeonhole yourself into continual visceral attacking. And it's like, it's not great. Because by continuing to try and aim for those like viscerals and backstabs and parries and stuff, you can leave yourself pretty open. Anyway, I'm willing to deal with the consequences. Let's go. Nothing else for it, but let's go fight that Orphan of Kos. Well, I guess there actually is one more boss fight here. There is Lawrence, the first Vicar, which is also another tough one. But before we do that, I need to go and get... I need to go get Knock Off Solaire Part 2 to join my team. And I think by doing that, I need to crush enough vermin so that he leaves the Forbidden Woods way back home. In which case, I'll crush one of those right now. Perfect. And then take me down there so we can scrap. Oh, no, it's not from the comics. It's in a Prima guide and in an old post by some Sonic team, I think. Oh, no. Oh, no, Sonic team, what are y'all doing? Oh, that's not great. That's not great. I know Sonic, if you delve really deep, Sonic has had some very, very strange lore that I don't fully understand. Is like far beyond my comprehension, especially when you take the comic books and all that stuff into consideration, what Sonic Team has said, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, he's just a blue hedgehog who likes to go really fast, and you don't need to know all that lore. Oh, here we go. The final boss fight of this area. So there's Kos, the big, real big fish, everybody's favorite ska band. Collapsed on the beach, and one of the grossest scenes in this whole game, which is saying a lot because there's some very gross scenes. The one reborn was very icky nasty, but we also have our buddy here literally getting born right now. It's gross. It's really gross. He just crawls out of his mama right there for the public, for everybody to see. It's nasty. Sure enough, when you're a great one, like, alien from the depths of the ocean, you get to walk very quickly. And there he is, pining for the moon one last time. And that crying sound effect you hear is actually like it's a pitched down version of Gehrman's crying, which is actually very relevant. That is not on accident. There's a big connection between Kos and the Orphan of Kos here. And this big old mace that he swirls around and proceeds to hit us with, he uses the placenta as a weapon, which is the grossest thing to ever be included in this whole game. Woo! But yeah, I'm not joking around when I say this is one of the hardest boss fights. Ooh. And another instance where in most cases, you know, play it by ear as you go along, but dodging directly backwards tends to be a bad thing because he swings this thing around like it's a big old club, and some of these attacks like continue to have, okay, that shouldn't have hit me, that's bogus. Some of them continue to have further range as you go farther and farther away, because he swings that thing around on a string. It's not good. Oh god, and this is only the first phase too. The second phase, he goes buck wild. It's absolutely bonkers. Oh, but did you know Sonic's real name is, oh yeah, it is Ogilvy Maurice. Yeah, that's in one of the comics, right? He freaking... Somebody asked and he's like, oh, my real name is Maurice, but don't tell anybody. I seem to recall seeing that comic panel somewhere. That's a pretty good one. That's... Tails gets a sick-ass name like Miles per hour. Actually, Miles per hour is an incredibly goofy name. You know, it actually makes... It fits that they all have incredibly goofy names. I think that really fits the whole Sonic team, to be fair. Alright, second time's the charm. Here we go. Orphan Accost, take 2. I don't know about this, Scoob. I don't know if this is going to be the finale tonight. As much as I would love to just defeat the Orphan Accost right now, go into the main game, defeat Murgo, defeat Gehrman, and defeat the Moon Presence, and then we win the whole shebang. Orphan Accost is a real doozy. Woo! And it's going to continue being a pain. It doesn't get much easier. Ugh. The first phase is brutal, and then it just gets worse from here. I mean, maybe at some point I could find a friend. Someone wants to pop in here and help me as a summon. Might be pretty helpful. However, most of the time, when summoning someone for the Orphan of Kos, I have found that they tend to just die on you. And every time you summon somebody, the boss's health increases by, like, 0.5. And so for them to show up, increase the boss's maximum health, and then just die, kinda just makes everything harder for everybody. Woo. Oh, but true, once again, if Aaron Hansen can beat this, so can you. It's true, that's my big motivation. If Aaron sucks at video games, Hansen can do it, then I can certainly do it. Besides, I've beaten this guy like 6 or so times in my other playthroughs, so anything's possible. Roblox_Minecraft gameplays, what's up? How's it going, my fellow Fortniters? Wow, that's pretty epic, I gotta say. Y'all like Fortnite dances? Because I see them literally every day at work. Oh, darn it. I know it's possible to land a parry on this guy if you can just time it right. Woo! Nope, back off. Now we jump back in. Oh, I'm real scared that... I thought dodging to the left would be a bad idea, but that actually worked out. Woo! Play it patiently. Oh, no, back up. No, this is a mistake. Woo! Anime was a mistake. There's that jump. Luckily, you can go out really far into the ocean, which, in the later phase, is what you have to do, actually. Give me the backstab. There we go. Right, and that'll cap off our health, too. Yeah, I like how on the Game Awards, all the content creators were Fortnite streamers. Yeah. I mean, of course, there is no content on the world without Fortnite streaming. The greatest content of all. Mankind peaked when we invented Fortnite streamers, and it's only been downhill since then. But what do you do in this game? Well, Roblox Minecraft gameplay is basically you kill bosses or die trying. That's what we're trying to do right now, and this is where shit gets bad. Orphan of Kos develops little baby wings. He starts swinging placenta blood everywhere, and shit gets awful. The first phase is, just baby steps in comparison to this monstrosity. Alright, gonna switch weapons here. He flings this shit all over. Woo! This is also where the music picks up, which is awesome. Yeah. Woo! Can I get a backstab? Yes! There we go. Yeah. Yeah. You just kill bosses? Seems boring. Oh, yeah, it is. It's very boring, actually. It doesn't even look hard. Yeah, no, this game's super easy. You can feel free to leave if you like. Whew. Oh god, oh, okay. Yeah, would you even say streaming is content creation? Like, not like, only in the, like, vaguest possible sense, really. Whew. I mean, I'd like to say yes, just to make me feel better, but, like, nah, not really. Just the phrase content creator, the fact that it exists in the modern lexicon is just a weird one. What does it even mean to be a content creator, you know? What is content? Oh, he's calling in more lightning. Yeah, every time he does that, huge waves of lightning shoot out from his dead mother's body, and it's the worst. Woo. No, 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 no! Okay, see, this is why you gotta run all the way out into the ocean, because that lightning shoots out in waves, and if you just sit there by the beach, you get exploded. So during the second phase, you, like, have to take it out here. Woo! Okay. Alright, give me the healing. Thank you, thank you. Oh god, we're getting down to the wire here. I'm running low on blood vials. Woo! Oh. No, 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 back off, back off. Ooh. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, thank you. Ooh. Oh. Sorry, I can't super read chat right now, because things are going fuck wild out here. Whew. Oh god. Oh god, I've really gotta focus. No, 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 no. Oh, that wasn't worth. Oh god, how did I get away with that? Oh, here we go, add on them. Oh god. Put in as much free damage as I can. I've got one blood echo left, or blood vial left, I mean. No, 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 back off, buddy. Oh my god, can I? Yeah! Just get him with arrows! Woo! Hot damn, second try. Second time is the one. Hell yeah, gamers. Woo! Dang, normally I have a lot more trouble with this, but oh shit, we did it. See, this is why, oh man. Simon's bow blade is literally, god, it's such a good weapon. Nightmare slain. Indeed. Yeah, second try for the hardest boss in the game. Woo! Hoo-wee, y'all. Dang. I was not expecting that. But yeah, pretty violent game. If big naked babies swinging their placentas ain't your thing, like, then it ain't your thing. But yes, once you defeat that spirit, Koss's spirit finally gets to leave.
Accepting of all that there is and can be.
Yes, that voiceover you hear is he's the creepy crawly guy over at the beginning of the fishing hamlet. He talks about how the rest of the hunters for the, like, all of their generations are going to be cursed for the rest of forever. And that's what happens. So the lore here is, you can catch a little bit of it in the trailer. You can see Gehrman, and you know it's Gehrman because he has his peg leg. But he and the old hunters, they came in and they basically massacre everyone in the fishing hamlet so that they can get to Koss, the very first great one they find, who just, like, washed up on the beach. But yes, after you do this, Gehrman finally gets to rest.
On any other night, he'd be restless. But on this night, he sounds so very calm.
Indeed.
Perhaps something has eased his suffering.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, I helped put his sins to sleep. That's me. I did that. You're welcome, Gehrman.
Well, good
He's still gonna try and kill us anyways. Thanks, buddy. Alright. Yeah, not gonna lie, that made my heart race. Yo, me too. Absolutely, me too. Though technically, that isn't even the final boss of the DLC. We have one more optional boss, which is Lawrence, the very first cleric beast. The big flamey boy we saw when we very first showed up. He's just like coated in fire. He's in the area where you fight Vicar Amelia in the real world. But I think we'll go ahead and do that next time, because I gotta get back to playing Smash Bros, my one true love. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Freaking thanks for joining me on that Orphan of Kos fight. I still got the shakes after that one. But thanks so much for joining me. I hope all of you have a wonderful night. Have an absolute blast. If you want to play Smash Bros sometime, you know where to find me. And thanks so much for hanging out for Bloodborne. I think next episode for sure is going to be the finale. There isn't much more to the game after this. So thanks so much for hanging out, and hopefully I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.